it. Excited to be at home for the extension of the week. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see Florence try to even up the season series with Joliet after a rough start to that season series and go for a series win, game early.
Yeah, no, it would be, we mentioned it in Windy City. It'd be nice to win this middle game. That way you win the series early, go for that sweep tomorrow, especially against a team like this. The Joliet Slammers really have been a tough opponent for Florence. A lot of games that are decided with just a couple of runs. I think that last game prior to yesterday, 7-1 win for the Yalls was one of the most lopsided games that we've seen this season against Joliet. But it was a 6-5 loss. 6-4 loss, 6-5 win, 8-3 loss, 5-2 loss, 7-1 win, 6-3 win. So they've been very close. These teams have been matched up well. Florence enters this one at 36-30. Joliet Slammers 26-40. It's a talented matchup in terms of just longevity here. Yannicker Villalobos against Gunnar Kynes, both two veterans of the Frontier League. Gunnar Kynes, obviously, we've spoke about him prior. We did face him already this season, but the Frontier League all-time strikeout leader.
Yeah, it is. Two guys that have just, faced so many Frontier League batters and know what they're doing. Two guys that aren't having their career years by any means, but still very much on the better part of each team's pitching staff because of that knowledge and that veteran ability to get batters out. And then neither of them are throwing 95 miles an hour or even as fast as they were at the pinnacle of their careers, but two guys that still like to put on a show. So Kynes and Villalobos love the way that it matched up. And Villalobos out of the All-Star break, boy, has he been great.
Yeah, he has been phenomenal his last time out against Gateway. 6 innings pitched, 9 hits, 3 runs, a walk, and 4 Ks. Right prior to that, 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 4 Ks. He's been that consistent pitcher that Florence needs, week in and week out. He enters with a 3-3 record, picked up his 3rd win of the season in his last start, a 5.6 ERA. Faced Joliet one time. It was back on July 10th. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, shutout baseball, 3 walks and 6 Ks at Joliet in a win there. That 6-5 victory. So once again, he is facing the Slammers, and yes, he won. On the other side, it's Gunnar Kynes. He also won. Florence did hit him around a little bit. It was 5 innings pitched, 7 hits. 3 runs, a walk, and 4 Ks. Florence just ended up blowing that game late, and still, Gunnar Kynes was able to go out there, complete that 5th inning, and get the win.
Yeah, and Kynes is somebody who I think the archetype is very similar to Villalobos, where you talk about him getting hit around a little bit. Runs weren't crazy. Same thing with Villalobos last start. You got to remember he gave up 9 hits to Gateway in his 6 innings of work. I mean, it was every single inning there was somebody on base. There was traffic on the base paths. You don't say, though, in a game like that, some guys, you see that stat line, you see it progressing, you say, man, he just got lucky a little bit today that he was able to get out of those innings. That's what Villalobos does. There's going to be runners on base. It's not going to be 6, near perfect innings. And that's just the kind of pitcher that Villalobos is. The strikeouts will be about average, and he does have the put-away pitch when he really needs it. We really saw him work in that curveball in his last start, but overall, he's going to be someone where you might hold your breath a little bit in certain innings. The good thing about it, he had 1 inning against Gateway in that start where he gave up all 3 runs, and it was a tough inning. It was one where he could feel like he couldn't buy it out. All 5 other innings, though, he didn't let that affect him. He bounced back. He had 3 scoreless after that 3-run frame.
He is very close. He's 46 strikeouts away from the all-time record for Florence. You think that's still in reach, 46 Ks? I mean, it would take some pretty enormous numbers rest of the way through, but just say he was able to turn it up.
It'd be close. We saw a couple of games, pretty high strikeout numbers early in the year for Villalobos, and honestly, if you go back and look at it, it's almost inverse, where the more strikeouts he had were actually some of his poorer performances in terms of runs. So I think, now that he's trusting his defense, not trying to do anything crazy, the strikeout numbers have actually gone down, but he's performed better. I think if you're a Florence fan, maybe you don't see him get that strikeout record this season. 46 is going to be tough. You think 36 games left. Let's just say, he stays healthy in that regular rotation the rest of the year. That's about, 5 to 7 starts. That'd be pretty tough.
Yeah, no, I think it would certainly be a tough one to get to, but hey, I'd love to see him make a bid for it. A couple big strikeout games, still, doing what he can. That would be a fun way to end the season for Villalobos. I'm sure, it's a guy that, probably also wants to be back next year anyway. So maybe we just get it a season early. Maybe we can, see it on the broadcast booth. It's going to be a good one here tonight. Another beautiful day, Ben. I mean, you can't ask for better weather than this on a Wrestling Wednesday here at Thomas More Stadium. Florence going with a new man at the top of the order. It's Marcus Brodell to lead things off. He will start in left field. Batting second, the second baseman, Brett Blomquist. In the 3 slot, the first baseman, Hank Zeisler. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Zade Richardson. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Brendan Bobo. In the 6th slot, the third baseman, Garrett Broussard. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Jackson Tucker. In the 8th slot, as always, the shortstop, Dylan Baker. And rounding out doing the catching will be Zach Beadle. What do you think of Florence's new look lineup tonight?
A lot of people in the organization really have been, wanting Toby Hall to experiment with Marcus Brodell hitting leadoff. And I was always a fan. I'm always a fan of getting Brodell in the lineup as much as you can. What I love about it, too, 1,300 OPS, 4 of his 7 home runs come against lefties.
Wow.
So he kills lefties. A reverse splits as a lefty. You have a couple of Florence lefties who actually don't perform well against lefties. More normal splits, guys like Tyler Schoenfeld, who you normally would like to see start every day, they're going to give him a rest against a veteran lefty.
Yeah, I'm excited to see him up there as well. Tyler Schoenfeld has obviously been on a torrid pace, so just getting one of his hot bats, obviously the hot legs right now for Schoenfeld. He is running wild on the base pass. Maybe you see him late in the game. If Florence does need a pinch runner, that'd be nice to see as well. How about Hank Zeisler yesterday? 2 home runs in his return from a hand injury. That was pretty special.
Yeah, it was. And Zeisler is just somebody who, if he's going to be in the game, it doesn't really matter how much it hurts. If he's good enough to play, you're going to get his best performance. And you started to worry about, all right, if that hand, if he can play technically but not 100%, is that really going to be best for the team? I saw him in batting practice, and he looked really good batting practice, and then that discussion just went out the window after the second pitch he saw in the first inning. So that was really special to watch. Got a little closer to that all-time home run record that we saw. But I think your point, too, about Schoenfeld pinch running is something to watch, something that could really play a factor. When you talk about pinch running in close games, a lot of times what it is guys who just don't run well, like a catcher or a slower first baseman or outfielder. You feel like you just want to get a more serviceable runner who you know will score from first, who you know will get to third on a single from first. What Schoenfeld pinch running can do, it's less about the other runner being not serviceable. It's more about how much you can add by him being the runner, by the fact that you feel like you might be able to get 2 stolen bases and do what he did on Sunday against Windy City.
Yeah, no, I would really love to see it. Obviously, I hope Florence isn't even in the situation where they have to use a pinch runner late, but seeing those fireworks late in a ball game would be something for Schoenfeld. He's chasing his own single-season record as well. He'll stand 6 away from breaking that. Hank Zeisler 1 away from tying the home run record, 2 away from breaking. It's a lefty on the mound tonight in Gunnar Kynes. Zeisler with no home runs against lefty this season, all 12 of his against righties in 2026. We'll see how that plays out tonight. Let's take a look at the other side of the order. For Joliet, they'll lead things off with the shortstop Ian Battapaglia, batting second all the way up to second. The third baseman Patrick Ward, staying in the 3 slot doing the designated hitting Jackson Valera. Batting cleanup the right fielder Blake Berry. In the 5 slot, the first baseman Peyton Carr. Batting 6th, the center fielder Jackson Beeman. In the 7th slot, the second baseman Tyler Cerny. Batting 8th, the left fielder Cam Sudo. And into the lineup doing the catching, batting 9th, Brandon Heidel. That's also a big flip for Joliet. They moved Cerny from 2 all the way down to 7th. Interested to see what Joliet has in mind?
Mike Pinto is pulling the trigger fast on some of these lineup moves. Cam Sudo's the one that maybe stands out a little bit just as much as the Cerny one does. He was hitting 5th for Joliet yesterday in most of the season. He's hitting over 300, second on this team in RBIs. He's got 10 homers. He's hitting 8th today after a tough 0-for-4 performance yesterday. So Pinto is definitely a ride the hot hand kind of guy, kind of contrary to Toby Hall. Not that, it's a crazy thing because it feels like how great the offense has been. You just have so many hot hitters with Florence, but you've seen a similar makeup of the lineup outside of the Brodell leadoff hitter for most of the season.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how both lineups play out tonight. 2 different lineups from what we saw in yesterday's game. Hopefully the same level of competition. The Yalls are heading out onto the field at Thomas More Stadium. We'll pause on the Fifth West Brewing pregame show as we take a listen to our national anthem. But first pitch coming up in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Lovely, lovely rendition of our national anthem. We're ready for our first pitch here at Thomas More Stadium. The Yalls against the Slammers. Second game of the series, second to last time. The penultimate game, you face Joliet in 2026. Number 8 of 9 on the season. Florence currently 3-4 against the Slammers, trying to even the season series. And then how about a season rubber match tomorrow? What do you think about that?
I would be a fan, not only to see how fun a rubber match would be, but that also means that Florence gets to win today.
Yeah, that would be amazing, right? Certainly would be. Florence will send Yannicker Villalobos out on the mound, 5-6 ERA, 54 2/3 innings pitched, 45 Ks to 27 walks. That's a 1.65 WHIP. Enters today with a 3-3 record. Faced Joliet once this season, picked up a win. 5 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 6 Ks. It is the lone performance of the season where Yannicker Villalobos has kept the other team from crossing home plate. Hoping to see a little bit more of that today. First 3 he'll face: Ian Battipaglia, Patrick Ward, and Jackson Valera.
Yeah, I mean, you just go down the line for Villalobos. Only 3 poor starts in a good amount for him so far this year, and that's just kind of who he is. He's gotten even better as the season's gone on, which you don't always see a lot from veterans. You usually see them, very good early on in the season because they're used to it. And not that he wasn't great, but 2 of his poor performances came pretty early.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, you're looking at 3 innings pitched in both of those. That was the lowest that he's gone all season. 6 runs, 2 earned. Wasn't helped by the defense against Washington. Washington's a talented team as well. Yep. And Florence, has seen him right around that 5 inning, 6 inning mark. It'd be interesting to see him go 7. Usually that's just when that 3rd, 4th time around the order comes across. Right. And we saw C.J. Blowers with that yesterday.
Yeah, again, it's just a what you're going to get type of guy. There are always outliers, and one of those positive outliers came against this team, like you mentioned.
Just the one lefty in the lineup today for Joliet against the southpaw Yannicker Villalobos on the mound. Ian Battipaglia, the all-star, leads things off. Straight-up defense, wind-up, first pitch. Misses inside, opening up the ball game. 87 miles per hour, first pitch at 6:57, just a few minutes off, Ben. Actually a wild bit off. That was like 6 minutes off. 1-0, misses outside. I don't think you can ever expect to start on time with the NWF wrestling.
No, that's where a lot of the fans were, in a game that's not the highest attendance for Florence. Felt like that was one of the higher wrestling attendance groups I've seen over there.
Yeah, you're right. 2-0, swing and a miss. We even got Yallstar.
Yeah. Threw in one of the wrestlers.
Yeah, Yallstar with the tombstone pile driver.
I wish I knew what that was.
2-1, hard hit up the middle and through for a base hit. Ian Battipaglia picks up his first hit of the day. Second of the series. That'll bring up Patrick Ward. Ward all the way up from the 8th spot yesterday, hitting .281. He was 1 for 3 with a double, a run scored. Third baseman has also given Battipaglia a breather over at shortstop a few times. Leadoff runner aboard, one with wheels in Battipaglia. Did not get to use those too much yesterday, just the one stolen base. That one misses outside, 1-0 the count. Florence in the baby blue jerseys with the pinstripe pants and red, white, and blue caps. Joliet in the orange jerseys, gray pants, and the orange and green caps. The 1-0. In there for a strike at 78 on the off-speed.
Love to see how much Villalobos uses that curveball. Seems like the usage has gone up in each of his starts so far.
Battipaglia, short lead. Did a little bit of running. Does stay put at first. Swing and a miss. 1-2. It's always tough to steal against a lefty. You're really just going first pitch.
But if there's anyone can do it, Battipaglia is going to be one of them.
Certainly. The 1-2. Fouls it away and stays alive. Let's take a look at the defense for Florence. Marcus Brodell in left field. Jackson Tucker in center. Brendan Bobo in right. In the infield, it's Garrett Broussard at the hot corner. Dylan Baker at short. Brett Blomquist at second. Hank Zeisler at first. Doing the catching today, Zach Beadle. Pickoff attempt, nothing going. Battipaglia all over that one. Florence with a 6-3 win yesterday. 11 hits to 5 for the Slammers. Florence still had 2 errors.
It's 11 in the last 4. It's something to monitor today.
1-2. Ground ball down the third baseline, but foul. Just barely over that left side of the bag. Another long strike. We'll do the 1-2 again.
There's some sort of off speed that just ran too far inside for Ward. And Villalobos very lucky that one just snuck foul. Tad early on it.
You're not going to get much energy from the crowd today, huh?
No. We're going to have to provide it.
1-2. Slider misses downstairs. 22.79 on the spin rate. It's got the movement. I'm a fan of this jersey combination.
Told you. Gotta go the pins with the blues.
You know, I was told it was the pins. I do see it there. I do
tough
see
to
it there,
see.
yeah. 2-2. Ground ball over towards the shortstop. Baker swallows it up, toss to second one. Relay on to first is in time. 6-4-3, the old twin killing. Double play. That's big time there from Villalobos. Wipes the bases clean now for Jackson Valera.
You keep the ball on the ground, good things are going to happen. This Florence infield can get it done. And they have spun some really impactful double plays this past week or so.
I thought that took a little bit of a tougher hop for Baker there. Read it well.
Tell you what, 11 errors never sounds good. Couple things I'll say about it, and especially on a play like that to Baker, a surprisingly large amount of those have come in the outfield. You typically don't see a ton of outfield errors. There were a couple yesterday that were pretty teetering on the borderline of hit error.
0-1, skies out towards right center field. On the move is Tucker. He's not able to get there. Bounces in front of him for a 2-out single. Second hit of the day. Jackson Valera is aboard. That was on an 0-1 pitch. 89 just top of the zone. Valera, one of the best hitters in that Joliet lineup. Perhaps the best.
Yeah, both base hits on fastball so far for Joliet.
Brings up Blake Berry. Berry at 298 average, 12 homers, 56 RBIs. He's the power bat. And the one lefty in the lineup. First pitch to him, skies it out towards right center field. Bobo coming in, makes the grab to end the inning. One pitch out there to Blake Berry. Villalobos faces 4, 2 hits and a nice double play. Strands a runner at first, heading to the bottom of 1. Florence gets their first crack when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the first inning always brought to you by Heritage Bank. At Heritage Bank, we believe your money should work as hard as you do. Proudly local, fiercely dependable. That's the Heritage difference. Visit heritagebank.com to find a branch near you today. Florence with a clean opening frame on defense. Let's see what they can do on offense against the talented southpaw Gunnar Kynes. One of the veterans there for Joliet. Frontier League all-time strikeout leader. He's really taken that lead over Zach Westcott, who entered the season as the leader. Westcott, a couple rough outings as a starter, got moved to the bullpen, now on the 14-day IL.
Yeah, it started to look like we were going to have a pretty fun race between the two, but obviously some injuries and other things impacting that. but still could be fun to watch Gunnar Kynes. Can't take it for granted. He's somebody that just knows how to work around hitters. Somebody who knows how to hit lefties, though, is going to start it off.
That'll be Marcus Brodell. 276 average entering today, 7 home runs, 31 RBIs. 4 of those homers against lefties, as you said. What was it, a 1,400 OPS?
1380, about
1380,
1,400,
wow.
yeah.
That is impressive. That is impressive. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Bottom of 1. Marcus Brodell, absent from the lineup yesterday, gets moved to the leadoff spot today. 0-2 fouls it away. Lefty-lefty battle to open things off for Florence. Kynes winds, delivers. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 right down Broadway. Sits down Brodell to start things off. Followed by Brett Blomquist and Hank Zeisler. First K of the day for Kynes. Let's take a look at the defense for Joliet. Pseudo in left, Beeman in center, Barry in right. Ward at the hot corner, Battapaglia at short, Cerny at second, Carr at first, and Heidel doing the catching. First pitch misses outside to Brett Blomquist. Went 1 for 4 yesterday with 3 strikeouts. Now hitting .320 on the season, 10 homers, 40 RBIs. It's been a little while since his last home run. 1-0, he skies one. Out towards right field, it's well hit. Barry trying to find it in the sun in front of the warning track. He makes the grab for out number 2.
Yeah, hand in front of his face the whole time for Barry out and right, shielding the sun. Going to be a little bit of a problem. We have, it's definitely not unheard of to have some problem with the sun out in the outfield this year.
Yeah.
Thomas More Stadium.
Brings up the captain, Hank Zeisler. Could he have had a better return day yesterday? 3 for 4 with 2 homers, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. Raised his average up to .347 and now 12 homers. Tied for the team lead. First pitch misses outside. Lefty-lefty battle. Kynes against Zeisler. 1-0. In there for a strike, 1-1. Kynes, his last time against Florence, got hit around a little bit. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits. Only 3 came across to score, a walk and 4 Ks. There was a home run in that ball game. That was from, you guessed it, Marcus Brodell. That's at Joliet.
Yeah, hitting him leadoff it's an interesting move. He obviously has a lot of power and has displayed it, but he's also someone that's got on base a ton this year and can run the base as well.
1-1. Fastball misses out 2-1. Kynes trying to find that outside corner to lefties. Has not gotten it called. Froze Brodell inside with a fastball for his first K. 2 away, bases empty. 2-1 to the captain. Fouls it away, 2-2. Got a lot of the Joliet ownership in attendance tonight. One of them with a beer bat. Couple beers over there.
Still in business to them?
I guess so. They're paying double. 2-2. Punched out towards left field. Pseudo on the move towards the line. Still going. He makes the underhand grab for out number 3. A 1-2-3 frame for Kynes. We're scoreless through 1, heading to the top of the second when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top of the second always brings us our umpire intro, brought to you by Pella Windows and Door. Trust Pella Window and Door to bring you replay-worthy clarity and craftsmanship you can count on. Pella Window and Door, so good, even the ump won't miss a thing. Crew today is the same as the last 4 games. It'll be Matias Pascalo down the first baseline, or behind home plate down the first baseline, Lucas Nailey down the third baseline, Ken Jackson.
Very youthful crew. It is one of the youngest crews. Do I have the numbers to back that up? No, but that is what my eyes tell me.
Yeah. Your eyes could deceive you.
They always can.
Is your age radar usually good?
You know, out of all my skills in the world, I would say it's the most average one. It's my age radar.
That's saying something.
Because I do have a lot of really good skills.
Yeah, a lot of bad ones, too. The 1-0 fouls it away, 1-1.
Remember when the Cornell score is one of my worst.
Peyton Carr. You're right about that. What does it happen, 4 times, dude?
Twice in a 2-day span.
Twice in a 2-day span? Man, brutal. Line up the 1-1. Grounder, high hopper over towards Broussard. Fields it on the second out. Throw on to first is high. Tag applied in time. Good adjustment there from Hank Zeisler. Able to leap up to get that, but then also maintain balance and make the tag for evading Peyton Carr.
Yeah, that is not your typical, throw, pulls him off the bag, but still has time to apply the tag. He has to stop his momentum fully taking him towards the dugout and get that tag back out.
Brings up the center fielder, Jackson Beeman. Beeman 0 for 4 yesterday with a strikeout. He laces one out towards left center field. That is well hit and out of here. Ambush home run on the first pitch he sees. An off speed downstairs, 107 off the bat. And Joliet has a 1-0 lead.
A little bit like the Zeisler one. That was not one where we had to wait very long to see if that was going to be a homer. Line drive, again, on a pitch down. He just turned on it and got barrel low. Hit it just below that scoreboard.
And it's the 12th of the year for Beeman. He's only got 26 RBIs now. A lot of them have to be from the long ball.
Yeah, that is a interesting stat. 12 homers, 26 RBIs.
1-0 Joliet. They struck first yesterday. One's in there for a strike, bottom of the zone, 1-1. Tyler Cerny is the beer batter of the game. Cerny yesterday 0 for 3 with a walk and a K. 1-1 swing and a miss. They're 1 strike away. That beer batter of the game always brought to you by Party Source, your one-stop destination for all things celebration. Visit Party Source today at 95 Riviera Drive, Bellevue, Kentucky. Villalobos looking for his first K. 1-2. Fastball called. Strike 3 on the inside corner. Half-price beer as those in attendance get up. Gotta love that. 2 away.
That's a pretty good time for your first strikeout of the game. That one's right near that zone. May have caught a piece, may have not, but that's not that does not indicate if fans get beer or not.
First pitch and off speed is in there for strike to Cam Sudo in the 8th spot tonight. Here's the 0-1. Downstairs, no good. 1-1 the count. 2 away, bases empty. Florence trailing 1-0. 1-1 off speed. Just misses. Two 2-1 to Sudo. A fastball downstairs, no good. 90 miles per hour. Villalobos not going to blow you away with his velo. 90-91 is where he's lived pretty much my 3 years. 3-1. Off speed. Oof. Misses just a hair downstairs. Really all around the zone right there. First walk of the day.
We haven't seen 90 yet from him today. That velocity's kind of been all over the place this year. Not really a consistent mark.
No, and obviously he's recovering from that shoulder surgery that ended his 2025 All-Star season. Recovered in record time, really hasn't missed many starts except for just a week where he was on the IL. More maintenance than anything. Stops him swelling. Bottom of the order, Brandon Heidel. Runner takes off. Pitch in there for a strike. Third on a second. Tag applied. He got him. Zach Beadle wipes the bases clean and will end the inning. Cam Suda caught stealing. Heading to the bottom of the second. Florence trailing 1 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Taking a look at our Thomas More scoreboard. Always a scoreboard partner, Thomas More University. There you'll be able to take your life and your career as far as you want it to go. Apply or donate today at thomasmore.edu. It's 1-0 Joliet. A home run there from Jackson Beeman gave them the lead. And a 1-2-3 frame from Gunnar Kynes in the opening frame, bottom of the first. Now it's 4-5-6, Richardson, Bobo, Broussard trying to get that run right back.
Part of the lineup where, it's been a consistent middle. A little bit of a switch from Zaid and Bobo throughout the season on who was batting fourth and fifth. But those are three guys who a lot of teams would be hitting top three in the lineup. And Richardson, Bobo, and Broussard. 3 all-stars right there.
Richardson, the face of the Florence Yalls, leads the team in average, 350, 7 homers, 38 RBIs. Enjoying a very nice season. Yesterday was 1 for 4 with a K. Gunnar Kynes' first pitch misses outside at 84 on the fastball there, 21-92. Might be a little bit of a cutter there from Kynes. Definitely seemed like a slower velo. Wind up his 1-0. Richardson pops it up, shallow center field. All over that is Beeman. He makes the grab for out number 1. Florence's first 4 have been retired in order. Brings up Brendan Bobo. Brendan Bobo digs in for his first at-bat of the day. Fastball misses outside. He has not gotten that call. That fastball out. And it is off the plate. Just keeps going back to it against lefties.
Yeah.
The 1-0. Upstairs, no good, 2-0.
Seen how hitting's been contagious this year for Florence? They'll go quiet in order like this until just somebody needed to break the party.
Yeah.
Saw once Zeisler got his second home run, then you get a Bobo hit, and then a Rushford home run. Typically has been against starters, struggles against bullpens. Did a little bit of both yesterday.
Yeah. Fastball in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. Good patience there from Bobo. Not swinging out of your zone. 3-1. This is downstairs. A 5-pitch walk to Brendan Bobo, and Florence has their first base runner. Brings up Garrett Broussard with 1 away and a runner on first. So 3 lefties against Kynes, Brodell, Zeisler, and Bobo. One of them reaches. Strikeout for Brodell and a fly out to left.
Now you get the stretch of righties here, 6 through 9.
Broussard, 316 average, 466 slugging. He's had a very nice dose of doubles this season, right behind Hank Zeisler for the team lead with 19. One's in there for a strike. Zeisler 21 on the season. That's a bender that just catches the top of the zone at 71. 0-1 the count. It's going to be a straight-up defense for the men in orange. 0-1 fouls it away, 0-2.
Like that, the men in orange.
The men in orange.
Sounds like a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Sounds like a movie about jail.
Sounds like something that the Slammers would be good for.
Right. Maybe that's why they're orange.
The Jailbirds. It'd be awesome if they were just in jumpsuits, just orange jumpsuits. We have the ownership group if we want to run it by him. 0-2. This is upstairs.
To get compensated for your idea, though, if they try to steal it.
Yeah. If they come out in orange jumpsuits next year, just tune into this broadcast.
Yep. Clip it.
Yeah. Clip that.
Clip that.
Pickoff attempt, nothing going. A balk, nice. That was a late balk. That was just the first disengagement, too. So that was a late balk call from what is the third base umpire and crew chief, Ken Jackson.
Didn't see it.
We'll take that. Kynes, a veteran of the league, obviously arguing about it.
Not sure, though. Again, didn't have my eyes on it when it happened.
Once you've been pitching long enough, it's like, yeah, I know when I'm going to balk and when I'm not. 1-2 to Broussard. Grounds it foul down the first base line.
Florence will take it, though.
Oh, yeah. Remember I had a balk called against me in college, and actually it might have been in, like, summer league. And I was like, what are you talking about, man? I do the same thing every time. It's like,
maybe they just weren't calling it all the other times.
Maybe. I went back and looked at a video of me pitching one time, and I was like, man, I barely stopped. I barely stopped in this stretch. It was get, set, go in one of those videos. Runner on second. Here's the 1-2. Broussard stays alive and fouls it away. Have not heard from Sergeant Bilko in a while.
I did go back and watch the stream, though. He had a comment yesterday.
Did he late?
Yeah, he said, I don't think it was a live one. I think it was a post one where he kind of went back and listened because it was on, like, the after-game
What did
comments.
he say?
He said, yes, Ben Jeter stole that many bases.
1-2, fastball, college strike 3. Florence got that on the other side. That's that right inside corner.
And that's going to be called today, then.
Yeah.
You got to adjust a little bit. Got to see Villalobos and Kynes living on that inside corner to righties.
Brings up Jackson Tucker, the runner in scoring position now 2 away. Some good wheels out on second, Brendan Bobo. First pitch to the center fielder. Misses upstairs, 87 miles per hour. There's the fastball. 2280 on the spin rate, though, so maybe that 86, 85 was that fastball. Tucker got the rest yesterday. 311 batting average entering today. 31 homers, 31 RBIs, 6 homers. 1-0 in there.
Be a lot of homers.
That would be a lot of homers. I wonder what...
Feels like half of what Felix Stevens has this year.
I don't even know if he's back. Bricado with
sure.
23 leads the league.
23.
23. I wonder what he's on pace for. We have 35 games left or so.
Can you imagine if he was in Florence right now?
It'd be awesome. The 1-1 fouls it away.
And he probably even have more than 23. What's Washington's ballpark like?
No, it's not too deep. .306. I mean, could he enter the MVP conversation? Wouldn't that be a loss? The 1-2. Swing and a miss.
That's nasty.
Connor Kynes picks up his third K of the day and strands a runner in scoring position. Heading it to the top of the third, it's time for Tettemer Trivia. The Alls with a 1-0 deficit when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Top half of third is always brought to you by the Roar Agency, located in all 50 states across the nation. Feel the Roar difference with Roar Insurance. Visit us today at roarins.com. Florence trailing 1-0. Villalobos back out for another inning of work. Was just the home run to Jackson Beeman. Bottom of the order, followed by the top 9-1-2. Due up for the Slammers. Heidel skies the first pitch down the right field foul line. Ends up right over near the kid zone. Here's the 0-1. Heidel out towards right field. That's well hit. Bobo to the wall, leaps, and it's out of here. Second home run of the season for Brandon Heidel. A 176 batting average entering today, and he makes Florence pay 2-0.
There's a lot of guys that can hurt you in this Joliet lineup. You really want to take care of some of these guys at the bottom, though. And Heidel just had one of his best contacts of the season. Opposite field.
I want to say his only other home run happened against Florence, too. Goes opposite field there. Heading to the top of the order, Ian Battipaglia. 2-0 lead for Joliet. It's been the long ball against Villalobos so far. 2 home runs today. He's only allowed 3 on the season, now 5. That one misses inside.
Yeah, the home run has not plagued Villalobos. As much as, as much hard contact as he's given up for one of those 5 home runs to come against Heidel.
Yeah. That one's in there. 1-1 the count. Tettemer Trivia always happens here in the top half of the third, presented by the Roar Agency. That one misses down, 2-1. Way it works, I read a question top half of the third, give you guys the answer in the bottom half. You have the opportunity to play along. Head on over to Twitter. It is live, rtettemer9 or Florence_Yalls. Comment your guess in the comment section. I'll shout you out here on the broadcast. 2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Backhand play from Blomquist. Throw on to first is offline. Gets away from Zeiser, though. Will be a base hit from Ian Battipaglia. His second hit of the day.
Yeah, he's just dangerous. He's got to, draw that throw quicker from Blomquist, too, because of how fast he is. Just somebody who loves getting on base.
You ready for the Tettemer Trivia question of the day with a runner on first?
I guess.
Nobody out. First pitch to Ward is in there for a strike. Back pick over to first, nothing going. Our question of the day. Nick Kurtz reached 25 homers and 60 runs scored in just 84 career games last season. Who is the only player in Major League Baseball history to reach those marks faster? Battipaglia takes off. Throw down to second. Tag applied. They got him. Another caught stealing from Zach Beadle. That wipes the bases clean for out number 1.
Boy, Zach Beadle is loving that bounce pass today. Used the dirt both times, getting it over to second. Little one-hop throw. Keep it low on the ground. Oh, he's looked good.
Yeah, he has. Two and one the count to Patrick Ward, one away. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball through the left side of the infield. Runner on first. Just again, all three have reached base in this inning. 3 hits against Villalobos.
It is similar to last game. I mean, 6 hits through 2 1/3 so far for Villalobos. Question is, how does he handle it the rest of the way?
Yeah. Florence might not be wasting much time. They do have someone already doing some band work out there. That would be Isaac Milburn.
I don't know if you could afford to make a change like that at a 7-game week in 6 days.
One and 0 the count to Jackson Valera. That one missed upstairs. Back to the Tettemer trivia question. Again, I'll repeat it for you. Nick Kurtz reached 25 homers and 60 runs scored in just 84 career games last season. Who was the only player in Major League Baseball history to reach those marks faster? My hint, 2005 to 2010. Played between those 5 years, 2005 to 2010. I guess that would be 6 years.
That was his career, was only 6 years?
No. I'm just giving you that range.
That's
so
when
it was
he
his
started?
rookie season between 2005 to 2010.
I have no idea.
1-1.
Got to think, when did Trout, when did Harper debut? Around the same time, obviously, but I think it was after 2010. 2012 range for both of them.
2-1. Ground ball up the middle. Baker gloves it. Glove flip on to second for 1. Relay on to first is in time. Dylan Baker, what a play. Up the middle, glove flip, and they spin to 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. That's your what do you say play of the day. Heading to the bottom of the third, get your guesses in for Tettemer Trivia when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Bottom half of the third inning, it's a 2-0 Joliet lead. Gunnar Kynes back out for another inning of work. Still going through the first time around the order. 8-9 top for Florence, Baker, Beadle, Brodell. Florence with a lot of B's in the lineup today. Brodell, Brett Blomquist, Brendan Bobo, Garrett Broussard, Baker, and Beadle.
Yep, 66% of the lineup, and
yeah,
they got all of them in the lineup today.
Certainly do. We're still playing Tettemer trivia. Kurtz reached 25 homers and 60-plus runs scored in just 84 career games last season, who was the only player in Major League Baseball history to reach those marks faster. 2005 to 2010. Baker with his first plate appearance of the day. First pitch is in there for a strike right down Broadway. Any early thoughts on your Tettemer trivia?
Yeah, so Trout and Harper were the first ones I brought up, but again, I think they're out of that 2005 to 2010 range.
Baker skies one out towards left field. Pseudo all over it. Plenty of room. Makes the grab for out number 1. Florence didn't have their first leadoff runner reach until late.
I don't know why Altuve comes to mind a little bit. Paul Goldschmidt comes to mind a little bit. There's just so many different guys it could be. I don't know that time frame who had an awesome start to their career.
Zach Beadle will dig in. 259 average, 1 homer, 14 RBIs. So I will give you some help. And you're thinking of an NL Central player. Think of someone from the NL Central. You guys can amend your answer too. NL Central.
Okay.
That's for the Y'all's analytics team. The 0-1 misses inside. 2005 to 2010 range.
My thoughts shift to some Milwaukee Brewers potential. Could it be a Prince Fielder? But again, the runs scored. It's not always just about speed. Could it be I don't know if Ricky Weeks ever hit any home runs, but Ryan Braun potentially could be a good one. I know he was great to start his career. Could be Kutch.
1-2 to Beadle. Fouls it away.
I like Kutch a lot right now, actually. It could be Carlos Beltran. There's a lot of...
1-2 pitch misses outside, 2-2 the count.
This one's a complete guess. None of those guys are ringing to me had awesome starts that I could remember from 05 to 10. Those are just NL Central guys I could think of that I think debuted in that era.
Yeah. 2-2, fouls it away down the right field line.
Votto did. I feel like I would know if he was the answer. I'd hope.
Florence Y'all's Analytics did switch up their answer. Technically, you should be giving yours in right now. 2-2 misses upstairs, a full count.
Go Kutch.
Andrew McCutcheon. You're not the only one who said Kutch. You got a good amount. So Florence Y'all's Analytics went with Troy Tulowitzki at first, and then they moved over to Ryan Braun once I said the NL Central. With a question mark, so it's a little guess. High hopper over towards the third base side. Throw on to first is in time. That's 5-3 on the put away. 2 outs in the third inning. In the Florence Y'all Stadium Ops group chat, we got a lot of guesses. Corey Call started things off with Jay Bruce. Zach Jury said Carlos Gonzalez. And Tyler Douglas said Albert Pujols. Then they just went on a tear and said Adrian Gonzalez, Robinson Cano, Mark Teixeira, Prince Fielder, Ricky Weeks, Matt Holliday, Andrew McCutcheon, Matt Carpenter again.
Which MLB players all time do they not name?
It's probably easier to do it that way. And then let's go over to Cam Beatty. His first guess was Dustin Pedroia. And then I gave the NL Central guess, and he switched over to Matt Kemp, and Andre Padavani went to Ryan Braun. I think Matt Kemp started with the Dodgers, right?
I think so.
I think so as well.
Certainly played for the Reds, though, for about 30 games.
We do have Texas Vol saying Prince Fielder. 0-2 to Brodell. Fouls it away, or grounds it down the first baseline. It is a foul ball. Stayed in play for a little bit. And anyone else on Twitter? Oh, Alex Gruberman just said it's TC Popcorn. So we do have a correct answer in the chat. Correct answer all the way around. And it's a tough one. I think not many people realized he debuted within 2005 to 2010. And unfortunately, Ben, you did say him, so you're not going to be happy for it. but it is the answer of Ryan Braun in 2007. His first career 82 games, he reached 25 homers and 60-plus RBIs. So him and Nick Kurtz are the only ones to do so in Major League Baseball history. Braun just 2 games faster. There's a grounder over towards the second baseman, 4-3 on the put away. A 1-2-3 frame, Gunnar Kine slicing and dicing through Florence. The winner of today's Tettemer Trivia, we do have Florence Y'all's analytics team as well. The first to get it in, Andre Padavani. Congratulations to Andre. You are today's winner for Tettemer Trivia. Heading to the top of the fourth, Y'all's trail 2-0 when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN.
Back here at Thomas More Stadium, Joliet starting to spray it all over the place, but Villalobos limited them to just 3 in those first 2 innings. It is 6 hits for the offense. So we're in the middle of that second time through the order in game 2 of this 3-game set. And we'll go middle third with Blake Berry starting things off against the veteran lefty. First pitch off speed down the middle of the zone for a strike. Berry a fly out to right his first time up. Just hitting below that 300 mark after an 0 for 2 day yesterday. Came into the series hitting 300. Fastball way up high for a ball. Villalobos definitely getting some help from his defense. Caught stealing and a beautiful flipped double play over the 3 outs in that third inning after 3 base hits, including a solo homer and a nice pick over at first by Zeisler. Steps on first for out number 1. After 11 errors over the last 4 games coming into today, the defense started to figure it out a little bit. Peyton Carr, the first baseman.
Yeah, that was a really nice play there from Hank Zeisler. Just realized Florence getting no hit on the other side.
Yep.
Wow.
That's one time through the order plus 1, too. The only base runner is the Brendan Bobo walk. 1 out, nobody out for Carr. Breaking ball in. Carr, 2-hit day yesterday. Included a double into the left center gap where Flowers had some trouble with the leadoff batters yesterday and then really settled in. Villalobos misses low. Went 6+ of just 2 earned run baseball, 3 total runs. Villalobos line so far, 3 1/3, 2 earned on 6 hits. Has a walk to batter. He just has the 1 strikeout of Tyler Cerny, the beer batter. But he has started Carr off 3-0 in threat of allowing his first walk. Give me over breaking pitch, just misses outside. So a 4-pitch walk here for Peyton Carr. First walk of the day for Villalobos with how many hits he's given up. Doesn't have much room to afford it. Check that, he walked Cam Sudo before he was caught stealing back in the second. That's 2 now. And last time Jackson Beeman was up, he had a line drive homer just below that scoreboard out in left field. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch, ball low. Beeman, one of the guys we were talking about, one of the many guys in this matchup that played a lot of his college ball at Missouri. Out comes Toby Hall with another one of his patented mid-AB mound meeting. It always comes in a 1-0 count, feels like. Once he sees his pitcher struggling a little bit, then sees the first ball, then he's going to go out and talk to him to try to make sure the AB doesn't get away from him. Something we haven't touched on in this broadcast yet. Standings look a little different today due to Joliet having to forfeit some games. They forfeit 3 games back in late May, early June. 3 wins, that is. 2 of them against Windy City, 1 to Schaumburg. So that's why you see this Joliet record, instead of being 29-37 right now, which is what it was looking like after the loss yesterday, they are now 26-40. They move a full 10 games back of Florence. The flip side of that, 2 of those games against Windy City, they now move to 500, 33-33, just 3 games back. It was looking like Florence was going to come into today with a 5-game lead on that last playoff spot. And I think, again, Schaumburg, even with that 1 win, it makes their record look a little different, too. They're just half a game back of Florence. Not that that matters right now. They're the leader in the West Division.
It's a game where Florence can gain a, lead in all the way around in the playoff spot. Evansville and Schaumburg have already dropped today. So you are able to gain ground, but you have to be able, you know what, Ben? You actually have to get a hit to do so.
Technically you don't, but probably you do. Breaking ball down the middle of the zone 1 and 2. I say that being a Cincinnati Reds fan a few years ago, watching us throw a combined no-hitter and losing.
Wow.
Doesn't crack the top 30 of the most heartbreaking moments as a Reds fan.
You could move to 2.5 back.
Yeah.
From Evansville today.
Boy, that'd be big. They lost. It was looking like they were going to take the win. They blew a save in the 9th to New York and then lost in sudden death. Grounder down the third base side. Broussard's going to try to go for 2. Gets the out at second. Throw to first brings Zeisler off. So a Jackson Beeman will be safe over there at first. Just a 5-4, 5-6. Didn't quite see. 5-4 fielder's choice. Towards the second out. Almost every out has been on the ground so far for Villalobos. He's got the 1 strikeout and 1 fly out to right. Those are the only 2 outs that are not either double plays, simple ground outs, or fielder's choice outside of the 2 caught stealing for Zach Beadle. 2 gone. Tyler Cerny struck out his first time up. Fastball up and away. Cerny, a few seasons at Indiana, got to call a couple of his games, or a couple seasons of his games before he went to the dark side in Kentucky. Touched on it a little bit yesterday. Pop 1 foul down the first base line. A couple of Indiana Hoosiers on the analytics team too, so they'll be happy to hear that. Vlad Johns, Indiana baseball manager, down to the dugout today. Wyatt Sherman, another Indiana University student.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. The analytics guy. We got someone doing 2 jobs up here just because Vlad wants to sit out in the dugout.
Act like he's doing something, but he's really not.
Without a jersey either. Not even wearing the right colors.
Fastball down the middle of the zone for a strike. How about Wyatt showing up in a Bob Marley T-shirt today?
At least it's red.
At least it's red.
It's the right colors.
But, yeah, Indiana-Kentucky, obviously a basketball rivalry a decade and a half ago. Things boiled up in baseball a little bit. There's some heated moments between the 2, and it goes back to Indiana being in the Lexington Regional. As Cerny swing and a miss, he is down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts in his first 2 at-bats, and those are the only 2 strikeouts for Villalobos today. Florence still trails by 2 going to the bottom of the 4th, looking for their first hit. The Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. This call for the Diamonds is brought to you by Class Jewelers. Our diamond is shining bright thanks to our friends over at Class Jewelers. Head on over to 7365 Burlington Pike in Florence for all your jewelry needs, or call them today at 859-525-7500. That's 859-525-7500. Gunnar Kynes, one time through the order, plus the Brodell leadoff hitter. 10 down, no hits recorded, just a one walk. They have not been able to do anything against the veteran lefty.
Look at Caden Sexton going to work down there in the seating bowl, going up to different fans and getting some surveys going. Man, that's what you like to see.
I love to see it.
Possible intern of the week on the way for Caden Sexton.
Is that what this is for?
Yeah, I might even take a video of him going through.
Up comes Blomquist, second time for 2-3-4, but followed by Zeisler and Richardson. Three of the four Florence hitters that are hitting 300 on the season, 3 of 5 rather. Lefty on righty matchup to start. 2-0 Joliet lead, out hitting Florence 7-0. Fastball just catching a piece of that inside corner for a strike. I have 6 hits in my book. It says 7 on the scoreboard. Foul back by Blomquist.
I also have 6.
Glad I'm not crazy. Blomquist down in an 0-2 hole. After flying out to right its first time up. Swing and a miss. 3-pitch strikeout there for Kynes. And Blomquist swinging out of his helmet. It's already his 4th strikeout in 6 plate appearances this series. Now Zeisler's still chasing history. Next home run will tie the Florence all-time home run leader. Just 2 away from breaking it. A little bit of a shift for Joliet. Tyler Cerny playing shallow right field. Take the first pitch opposite way to left. Medium depth, and Sudo's got it for out number 2. Again, 2 quick outs to start the inning. With Richardson coming up. You seeing anything special from Hines?
I'm actually seeing nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary. That's an 87-mile-per-hour fastball, middle up.
7 hits last time they played him. Fastball down the middle of the zone to start off Richardson.
Does not seem like anything changed. So he's just more in a rhythm right now. Maybe the shadow was doing something. That mound is now fully covered.
Richardson tried to go upstairs. That 86-mile-an-hour fastball. Again, Richardson
looking like Nolan Ryan.
Typically loves those upstairs pitches. He really is. 3-pitch strike out of Blomquist. 1-pitch fly out to Zeisler. Now throws the first ball of the inning inside on Richardson, working on a 1-for-4 day yesterday.
Where you need Shaney Felt. Just drop the bunt, say smell ya.
And run around all the bases and produce the run himself.
Exactly.
1-2. Richardson fouls it off. Got to feel like, though, all it takes is just one swing. Florence puts a pretty good swing on and, not only get your first hit, but potentially get your first homer. 3 home runs for Florence last night. 2 of them off the bat is Zeisler, 1 for Rushford. Try another 1-2. Left off the plate. Florence has just been night and day at home versus on the road. 21-10 is their record at Thomas More Stadium this year. Counts full on Richardson. Didn't write it down, but subtraction tells you that's 15 and 20 on the road.
Good math, Ben.
Payoff pitch. This one's roped into left field and coming up and getting past Pseudo. Richardson around first. He's going to try to get at least 3. Going around second, just now picked up by Pseudo. Throw comes in. Richardson diving into third with a 2-out triple. How about Richardson show it off the wheels a little bit? Pseudo, maybe a play that he doesn't make if there's already a hit on the board, trying to preserve a no-hitter. Maybe not, just being aggressive out in left field.
Either way, it was hard hit, 97 off the bat. Yeah. I absolutely loved that. That was just a misplay out and left from Pseudo.
A lot of times for Florence, all it takes is one. Brendan Bobo, there are 2 outs in the inning, but that first hit now just 90 feet away as Florence trails by 2. Bobo spoils the first pitch.
Ben, we were talking about it. That was 86, top of the zone. Yeah. It seemed almost too easy to hit, and it was just a matter of time for Richardson to get up to it.
So Florence trying to just settle in against that high fastball. I think they'd love to see him the third time around, some of these guys at the top. Bobo reached the first time on a walk. He's going to hit one into left field. Long run for Pseudo again. That drops all the way to the wall. Richardson scores. Bobo around first and a jog into second. Florence on the board. RBI double for Brendan Bobo. Left on left crime.
And back-to-back extra base hits for Florence. Unfortunately, Pseudo is the culprit of both. That was another tough read there for Pseudo. He lets that go by. Could have possibly kept Bobo to just a single.
Is the sun playing a factor a little bit in left? There's some shadows over there. I think he's been in the shadows both times. That one, I think a one where a little safe overplay because he was so close to the wall, knowing that wasn't going to be a real danger. Bobo probably getting to second anyway, no matter what happens there. But game tying run at scoring position. Florence on the board now. Garrett Broussard up. Still 2 outs. He goes after the first pitch. It's right back to Kynes. Lob to first base to retire the side, but Florence on the board. They trail by 1 after an RBI double for Brendan Bobo on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. The first inning with a hit for Florence also brings the first run across as Joliet gets their lead cut to just 1. 2-1 back at Thomas More Stadium in Florence, Kentucky. A nice breeze rolling through. Not the highest attendance crowd, but still a beautiful night in Florence, Kentucky. As Villalobos will take the mound once again. That 4th inning for him was his first inning without surrendering a base hit, and now it gets 8-9-1 with Cam Pseudo, who had a couple of weird plays in left field to start things off. Wanted to swing at that first pitch, slow breaker right down the middle of the zone for a strike to Pseudo. Mention the interesting move. Second on this team in RBIs. He's hitting 300 this year, and they moved him down to hit 8th. Grounder over to second. Blomquist has to go far to his right, but still able to turn back in time to make the throw to retire Sudo. Again, every out except for 3 so far that Villalobos has recorded himself have been on the ground. Just 1 fly out, couple of strikeouts. He's also got some help from Zach Beadle on a couple of caught stealing. This is the 9-hitter, Brandon Heidel, but he is the difference in this ball game right now. An opposite field home run to right. Takes the first pitch, fastball down the middle of the zone. Getting his first start of the series. They started the lefty Dahlberg yesterday. And Heidel already outmatching Dahlberg a little bit in this series. He swings at the 0-1 pitch and he'll single into right. Couple of base hits, one of them being a homer, one of them being a single, with 1 out here for Heidel. Another 9-hitter just killing Florence pitch. Talk about killing Florence pitching. Here's Ian Battipaglia, who's had a couple of singles and has just performed well against Florence all year. Big homer last series these two teams played out in Joliet. Single and an infield single, but a caught stealing today. 1 on, 1 out. Squares around a bunt, pulls it back, pitch in the zone. Broussard came charging. Zeisler staying put over there at first base to hold on the runner. Seen Battipaglia bunt a little bit. Just really good bat control. Leads to that 300 batting average. He's going to swing away and hit one to right, but just in front of the track, and Brendan Bobo's got it on a back pedal for the second out. Villalobos working quickly, trying to get out of the 5th unscathed. Runs came in both the 2nd and the 3rd for the Slammers. And Patrick Ward, both sides of the coin. 6-4-3 double play and a single. Joliet up 2-1. He's going to swing at the first pitch, right to Broussard. Easy way over to second. A slip over the bag for Blomquist. He steps on the bag and does get up and jog off the field. That was scary for a second for Florence. But Villalobos starting to settle in a little bit. We're halfway home. Florence still needs to come from behind on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. See Florence start to settle in against Kynes after 3 no-hit innings for Kynes through his first time +1 through the order. Second time through, Florence started to get to him, especially that middle. Zade Richardson triple followed by a Brendan Bobo double brought Florence's first run home of the inning. So that's how Joliet has a 2-1 lead. Couple of solo shots in the second and third. And we start the second half of this ball game, bottom of the fifth, bottom third of the lineup for Florence with Jackson Tucker starting things off. Sun starting to set, and it is making for maybe the perfect temperature, at least if you ask me. Tucker is today's Wendy's double stack batter of the game. Of course, brought to you by Wendy's, and thanks to Wendy's. Wendy's delivers high-quality food transparently. Grab a juicy double stack today at your local Wendy's. If you're at this game and Tucker doubles, you don't have to bring out your wallet to do so. But he struck out his first time up. That ended the second inning and stranded a runner at first. Fastball top of the zone, strike one to Tucker, a ball and a strike for the righty hitting center fielder. Didn't get the start yesterday. You're going to see him start pretty much every time against lefties, most likely from here on out. Against righties, a little bit more of a rotation. It's tough to know who to start against righties. So many guys have hit righties well this year in this Florence lineup. A lot of metrics, this Florence offense, the number one offense in the league. Tucker takes a timeout. 1-2 pitch, just threw his bat out there, grounded it to the right side. Cerny on the run, throw on the run. Is in time for out number one. So Kynes now trying to kind of go reverse and settle in himself against Florence. So we'll see what happens third time through the order. Now we get to the bottom two. Dylan Baker put solid contact on it, a fly out to left his first time up. One gone. It's been a while since we have seen his last home run. Fourth on this team with 9 of them. Swing and a miss. Obviously, a lot of those coming against Gateway. Same thing for RBIs. I don't care how many of them are against Gateway, though. It's still impressive. He's hitting 8th, bottom third of the lineup most of the season. He's got 50 RBIs. He's third on this team. I mean, you look at that stat line, 265, 950. Only Hank Zeisler and Brendan Bobo have more ribbies than Baker. A ball and a strike to him with one out. Breaking pitch, just catches that inside corner. Baker, little nod of the head in disagreement. Kynes is 4 1/3 through. 1 earned baseball on a couple of hits, just the 1 walk. 4 Ks. As Baker takes a timeout. One-two pitch, offered upstairs to Tucker. So Villalobos, on Florence's side, it has been the last 6 starts he has given Florence 5+. You very rarely have to worry about that with him. Through 5 now. Fastball up. It's also a part where Florence is starting to get that bullpen a little more complete, especially if we can really get consistency out of what we saw yesterday from Logan Jones, who struck out the side around a walk. Payoff pitch with 1 out. Baker fouls it back. Stay alive. So Jones can be a really good piece. You just have so many options you can go to with the bullpen. Not have to worry about, earlier in the year when Hopewell, Weitzel, and McAvoy are only healthy options. This one's hit high into left, tailing foul. Turned on it early over the furniture fair deck out left field. So Baker just a tad early. Try another payoff pitch. Pitch number 8 of the AB coming up to the Florence shortstop. Kynes gets his sign. Swing and a miss. Went that breaking pitch right back inside and buckled Baker a little bit. 2 retired in order for Kynes. That's the 4th of 5 innings that's happened. Zach Beadle hits with 2 outs, nobody on. Last time Zach Beadle got a start here at Thomas More Stadium, he had his most impactful swing of the season, an opposite field 3-run home run to take a 2-run lead over Gateway and eventually win the series in that rubber match against Gateway. Team fighting for a playoff spot with Florence. Fastball inside to the Florence catching. Hitting just 259. Breaking ball down the middle of the zone, called strike. I love you looking at it too. They've definitely gotten different routes to get there, but we talk about the split of Beadle and Harbison. Their stats almost identical at this point. Both of them 1 home run and 14 RBIs. As Beadle skies one to center, Beeman on the run towards the track. At the track, has to lean down to make the play, but he gets it for out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. Couple of decent at-bats, though, for Florence there in the home half of the 5th. 2 times through the order, Kynes is cruising. 2-1 Joliet lead on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTM. We're rolling along from Thomas More Stadium as Yannicker Villalobos back out for the 6th. Just 2 runs, both of them coming on home runs through the first 5 against the Slammers, but his offense not helping him a bit. Just 1 run and 2 base hits for Florence today, as one of the best offenses in the league has gone quiet 5 innings through. Villalobos looks to keep cruising, but he'll face the heart of the Joliet lineup, Valera, Berry, and Carr. Game 2 of 3 for Florence with Joliet. I'd love to clinch a series today and not even have to play a rubber match, go for a sweep tomorrow. This is a very important 7-game home stretch for Florence.
Yeah.
Look at the weather. Things are getting weird with that 4-game series with Gateway as a scheduled doubleheader right now on Saturday. The first pitch of the inning comes up high to Valera. Single and a double play on a 1-for-2 day. Fastball just a touch outside. So Villalobos has been all around the zone. In his 5 innings of work, he has given up 7 base hits. Just 2 runs, pair of walks, pair of strikeouts. Needed that 2-0 strike, and it just caught a piece bottom part of the zone on another breaking ball. Two-one fastball, leave it up the count. Frontier League fans, just a good game to watch. Especially you get the veterans, guys you've been watching a lot, in Yannicker Villalobos and Gunnar Kynes. Villalobos, a vet, playing for Florence for a while, chasing some of those Florence career records. Already the Florence all-time leader in starts. Misses low at a turnaround, thought that was his 3rd strikeout. No luck, though.
That was 92 there.
That was the fastest we've seen, at least by
Yeah.
a couple of miles an hour. Villalobos styling it up. It's a payoff pitch to start the inning. Just fouls it off. We got best on best here with Villalobos and Valera. That double play from Valera back in the third. An outstanding play by Dylan Baker in the flip over to Blomquist. Swing and a miss on actually what is a pinch hitter. You know, I do remember Valera on that double play came up a little gingerly. It took me a while to realize Valera no longer in the game. They go to a lefty to pinch hit in the designated spot. Chris Jones swings and misses at a pitch high. And as Davis is down on strikes, just the fourth strikeout of the day for Villalobos. Now the cleanup hitter, Barry. Awkward swing on a pitch that goes outside. One down. It does make it an easy bit of a change as Davis enters. The fact that it's just the DH, so not having to do much defensively. And a 3-pitch strikeout. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night to Barry. Fourth strikeout here for Villalobos. Still half of those from Tyler Cerny.
Yeah.
The other two coming in this inning. Wouldn't this be something if he could strike out the side? After, again, another start where Villalobos, it seems like each inning just gets better.
It'll be a nice one. I mean, you got a lot of players in the bullpen right now kind of just loosening up the arms, stretching, spinning around. It is pretty fun watching a pitcher get ready. Everyone has different routines that we go through. Nate Darden had a very specific one where just flapping the arms like rapidly. It was almost like a hummingbird at that speed. It was actually insane.
What was yours?
Nothing out of the ordinary. You know, the typical stretches. I was never doing something crazy like that.
Here is a 1-1 count on Peyton Carr. Make it 2-1 after a breaking ball misses low.
My thing is I always warmed up in a hoodie, so
Okay.
I'd be hot. And especially, you know, playing in Massachusetts, you're starting that season in February, so wearing a hoodie wasn't out of the norm.
Breaking pitch low. Yeah, college baseball a different beast, especially for northern teams. Having to start as early as the second weekend of February now. It is. Hitters count for Carr. 2 outs, nobody on base, and a 4-pitch walk to him. As Villalobos almost had his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. Surrenders his third walk of the start. And Jackson Beeman, who's got one of the 2 home runs today. Top of the 6th, how about the out-of-town scoreboard? Powered by iScore, brought to you by Thornbush Whiskey. They're, of course, the new frontier in the world of whiskey. They're bold, smooth, and wildly unexpected. Come try the new official cocktail of the Florence at Thomas More Stadium. First pitch is a grounder. Slow one over to second. Long run for Blomquist. Flip from his glove. Got him. Get you that out-of-town scoreboard in the 6th. As Villalobos gets a couple of strikeouts, he is through 6 innings of 2-run baseball, but Joliet leads 2-1 on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Game is humming along here at Thomas More Stadium. Feels like one of our faster ones all season long.
Way to jinx it.
Just 3 runs. You see what I'm trying to do here? Jinxing it while Florence is on the offensive side of things.
So you're hoping they have a nice long inning?
I would like Florence to have a long bottom of the 6th. Kynes has been great, though. Just 2 hits, 1 run. Joliet has a 2-1 lead at the bottom of the 6th. Top of the Florence lineup, Marcus Brodell leads off. Fastball just off the plate for ball 1 to him. So this is the 3rd time through the order. Just 3 have reached for Florence on 2 hits and a Brendan Bobo walk. Swing and a miss. Fastball placed at the top of the zone. Just 85 miles an hour, but Brodell was behind it. Five strikeouts and just 1 walk to go with that beautiful start so far for Kynes. Finds the bottom of the zone again. A ball and 2 strikes on Marcus Brodell. Fastball up, even 2-2. We were getting to that out-of-town scoreboard before Blomquist made a play over at first base. We'll get to the chase on the one that is very important. Windy City, after the development today, now just 3 games back of Florence. They're in a 4-4 tie in the 2nd as Brodell's down on strikes. Swing and a miss.
Florence has not had the leadoff runner aboard all day today.
I only had 3 total aboard, and 2 of them have been Brendan Bobo, with Blomquist coming to the plate. But it's 8 runs total in the bottom of the 2nd, and Gateway still has the bases loaded with just 1 out against Windy City. That is going to be a long one.
Wow.
In Sauget, Illinois.
Yeah. I did not recognize the Windy City pitcher.
Blomquist skied to center. Ranging under it is Beeman. Again, too quick down in the bottom of the 6th for Kynes.
It's not where you would want too quick down. As if you ever want too quick down, but it's the top of your order.
The 3rd time through.
Yeah, not giving Zeisler, Richardson, Bobo anything to work with.
Yeah. Healthy dose of early games today. You already touched on it. Mississippi beat Schaumburg 8-7 in a really good one. And then Evansville and their 2nd straight loss to New York, and threat of getting swept tomorrow at home against the Boulders.
Good.
Zeisler awaits the first pitch. Strike at the top of the zone.
They then face those Windy City Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Lake Erie's had a 2-run win over New Jersey, which seems impossible to get nowadays over those Jackals. It came in New Jersey. Also around the conference. Actually, those are all the games in the conference today. Look at the Atlantic. Quebec 3-1, leading in the 2nd over Trois-Rivières. Sussex County blanking Ottawa so far through 6, 4-0. Actually, a doubleheader between Trois-Rivières and Quebec, and Trois-Rivières took game number 1 of that doubleheader. It's the worst record of the league, tied for the best record in the league. 0-1 down the middle of the plate, 0-2 count here on Zeisler. And then to round it out, Down East fell at home to Tri-City. 2 outs, nobody on, an 0-2 count. Florence trailing by 1 at the bottom of the 6th. The captain, Hank Zeisler. Good take on the 0-2, fastball up and away.
And home plate umpire Matias Pascalo has been all over that. You know, that is missing outside the zone. It's close.
A little bit larger zone for Pascalo today. Vet on vet here. Kynes to Zeisler. And leaving that count, that one a no doubt call. And the fastball out. Only chance for Florence to take the season series over Joliet this year would be to win these next 2.
Yeah.
Trailing at 3-4 right now. Tomorrow is the last meeting between the 2. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Couple of strikeouts for Kynes in the home half of the 6th. He is rolling. Just 2 hits and a run as we go to the 7th. Florence trailing by 1 with 9 outs to work with. The Frontier League Network, powered by HTM.
Top half of the 7th inning, it's a 2-1 ball game. Florence trailing. Yannick Villalobos still out on the mound. He'll face the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9, Cerny, Sudo, Heidel. Still the third time through the order for Villalobos. Had a very nice 6th inning, 2 Ks, just a walk and a ground out to second to end it. 7 hits for the Slammers, 2 runs, no errors. Florence with just 2 hits. They were back-to-back in the 4th inning. 1 run, no errors. 1-0. Skies it out towards right field. Bobo working towards the line at the wall. It's going to one-hop up and off the top of the wall. Cerny will stay put at second. I guess either way, if that went over or had the bounce it had. A leadoff double for Tyler Cerny. Florence trying to extend Villalobos as much as they can, and he's been rolling. Just is that 3rd time through. Now they have some insurance in scoring position late in this ball game. Brings up Cam Sudo. Plus, not an opportunity to get that double play unless you got like a line drive or something. I'd expect to see somebody throw soon. Feels like you almost have to. Just the way that Villalobos is into his longest outing right now. You need to have some insurance of an arm behind him. 82 pitches for the veteran. First pitch, skies it out towards right field, shallow right. Bobo is coming in once again towards that foul line. He overruns it, has to come back and makes the grab. Tagging second to third is Cerny. Throw comes in, and he's in there without a tag. That's a job without a job. Just a high fly ball that Cerny's able to tag up on. Runner just 90 feet away now for Brandon Heidel, who Florence has made look like Barry Bonds in the early going. A home run and a single. Entered today with a .176 batting average. And a big-time opportunity here for Heidel. Infield comes in for the Yalls. Off speed. In there for a strike. Still nobody warming for Florence. Looks like somebody might be standing out there. But nobody throwing.
Nobody throwing? More than we usually see try to get ready, though.
0-1 ground ball up the middle and through. It's a 3-1 Joliet game. Brandon Heidel, game of the career. 3 hits, 2 RBIs. He is all the offense for the Slammers. A 3-for-3 line. Runner on first and 1 away. Florence, that extra inning of Villalobos does give the insurance for Joliet. Now it's top of the order, 4th time through. And somebody is throwing. That'll be Jet Lotus. Starting to warm up for the Yalls. 1-0 the count. Battapaglia today is 2 for 3. Him and Heidel combined have 5 of the 9 hits. Back-to-back in the order, essentially. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Man, we were talking about Ivan Dahlberg getting the start as a lefty against a lefty pitcher yesterday. He was the catcher for Joliet. I don't think Pinto will be making that same move tomorrow, the way that Heidel has swung the bat today. 1-1. Fastball upstairs, no good. 2-1. That one misses outside a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Sky down the right field line. Bobo having to work a lot this inning. That one ends up foul, full count. One away runner on first. Full count to the top of the order. Villalobos from the stretch. Here's the payoff. Off speed, called, strike three, sits him down. Bottom of the zone, he puts away the all-star Battipaglia. That is his 5th K of the day. Second out here in the 7th.
You can't take that for granted. Battipaglia is just such a tough out, too. Runner on base. Get that second out of the 7th.
Brings up Patrick Ward, who's 1 for 3. Toby Hall. Thought he might have gone to the top step with Lotus warming up. He will go back to his usual position. Fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Ward. Villalobos trying to finish off his 7th inning of work. The Alls have not provided him any offense. That one's in there again, 0-2.
You're probably going to ask Florence to try to do something that they haven't done well this year and salvage a game against the bullpen.
Yeah.
Kynes even needs the bullpen at this point in this game.
He's probably going to keep going.
Yeah.
Villalobos usually given 6.82 runs in support across his 11 starts. Just 1 run on 2 hits. 0-2, missing downstairs. If that weren't the case, if you were, getting your usual Florence offense, this would be a heck of a start from Villalobos. Instead, he's lined up for the loss.
I mean, it still is a heck of a start.
It is a heck of a start.
And another one where you just feel so confident.
You're talking about it a little bit more.
Right, definitely.
The 1-2. Fouls it away. It sounded weird off the bat there from Ward. Two away, runner on first, Heidel. There's the 1-2. Fastball. Misses downstairs at 91. Villalobos made his minor league debut in 2016. The 2-2. Fouls it away 10 years later. Still pitching. Now here with the Florence Yells.
Still going deep into games.
Yeah. That was all the way back in the Marlins Rookie Ball League. Two-two. Hard hit out towards right center field. That's going to go for extra bases. One hopping on the wall. Bobo gets the throw in. They're going to stop Heidel at third. Man, that was a dangerous throw in as well.
That was.
Villalobos maybe a little bit disappointed. Did not back up home plate. If that got away from Beetle, that would have brought home a run.
Not sure if that was a late break. I mean, that ball was, or if that ball was just hit so hard that no chance to score from.
Yeah, I don't think Heidel has the best wheels.
Right.
Toby Hall teetering with the idea of going out there. Walking up the steps slowly. He will at least take a mound visit.
The weird thing here is you only have 2 lefties in the lineup. It was just 1, but now that the new designated hitter is Chris Davis, is a lefty, but he will make the move.
That Jet Lotus will come on in. Chris Davis, heck of a hitter. Villalobos sat him down swinging his last time up. Villalobos 6 2/3, 10 hits, 3 runs. We head to the bullpen when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change with a new wing coming into the game. You can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, always fresh, never frozen. Jet Lotus into the ball game. Tough spot here. Runners second and third, 2 away. He's got to face one of the best contact bats for the Joliet Slammers. It's Chris Davis making a return to Joliet. Lefty at the plate, struck out his last time up in a pinch hit opportunity again for Jackson Valera back in the 6th. I guess you'd rather be facing Davis than Valera. Valera's one of the best hitters on the team. 1-0 misses outside.
Yeah, 2 solid options. And little surprised we haven't seen a Davis start 2 games in the series.
Yeah, that's true. He really hurt the Y'alls. 24-25. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike 2-1. 2 away. That's insurance on the base pass. A 3-1 lead for the Slammers. Two-1. Ooh, gets away from Beetle. Heidel racing in the score. 4-1.
That's the one that feels a little bit like a backbreaker. You know, 2 runs just seems so much different than 3 runs, especially when your offense hasn't done anything. Man. Seems like Beetle maybe got crossed up a little bit, and that's the conversation they're having. Wasn't ready to block that ball at all.
No, he was not. No, that's just, I feel like a missed opportunity. You got the 6 strong innings from Villalobos. You sent him out there for that 7th. He gets hit for 3 hits, 2 extra bases. Now 2 runs have already come across, and another one just 90 feet away. Swing and a miss. Full count. It's going to flip the line for Villalobos for sure. Instead of 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs, you're going to be looking at 6 2/3, 4 runs, 10 hits. Ground ball up the middle, off the leg of Lotus. He gloves it, trying to find it on the ground. Throw on to first is in time. And a little bit of hot potato trying to pick that one up. Florence strands a runner on third, but 2 needed insurance runs for the Slammers come across. It's 4-1 Joliet as we head to stretch time at Thomas More Stadium. When we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Stretch Time is always brought to you by the Stretch Lab. Their team of highly trained flexologists will give you a deeper stretch than you can ever achieve on your own. Visit stretchlab.com to find a location near you today. Some defensive changes for the Slammers. Caden Morton enters the game and heads to center. Over to left field will be Beeman, and it looks like Sudo is out of the game after a couple misplays in the 4th inning. Caden Morton comes on for some defense for Joliet. It'll be Zayd Richardson, Brendan Bobo, Garrett Broussard needing to get to Gunnar Kynes, who has absolutely owned the Y'alls through 6 innings. He's pitched 4 1-2-3 frames. Florence does not look like they've been awake all day, but it was Zayd Richardson who at least got the bats going with the first hit of the day in the 4th, a triple that he came home to score on with Brendan Bobo right behind him. Rory Tettemer alongside Ben Hauer and joined by Kurt Kramer in the booth. Kurt, how are you on this fine Wednesday?
Gentlemen, I am fantastic tonight. A good game for us here at Thomas More, but a little work to do for the Y'alls.
misses upstairs to Richardson.
But
A lot of people standing out in the bullpen for Joliet.
I'll tell you what, though, I'm excited for some more Topps Chrome.
Gets that in the top of the 8th. Here's the 1-0 off speed. Misses outside. Florence yet to get a leadoff runner aboard in this ball game. Trailing 3 runs, 4-1. Being out hit 10-2. 2-0 fouls it away. Richardson 1 for 2 today with that triple. His triple was the first of the season for him. Brendan Bobo behind him on deck has been on base twice. It's the most by any y'all. Florence has only them as the 3 base runners today. Kynes wind up 2-1. Richardson right up the middle and through for the leadoff single right on cue. The face of the Florence Y'alls picks up his second hit of the day and a leadoff runner aboard.
Yeah, he's contagious with this team. All it takes is a few. Don't need all 3 of them this inning, too.
Florence needing to stage a late comeback, trailing past the 6th. This season at home, behind in the 6th, they are 1-8. Overall, 2-24. First pitch to Bobo misses outside. So not the comeback kids. Certainly not. But maybe they could do something here tonight. Still a good size lead. That one's smashed into left center field. That's going to drop in 4 extra bases. Richardson on his way to third. They're going to keep him moving. A wave and now a late stop sign as Morton was able to get that in.
I mean, it's the right move. You're down by 3 late in the game with nobody out in the inning. You're going to need a few runs. So it's a good hold by DeNicola.
A simple 109 there off the bat from Brendan Bobo. He gets his second double of the day, brought to you by Taco Mama. Anytime a good time for a margarita. Visit their new location in Union right off of US Route 42. Runners second and third for Broussard. That's the tying run at the plate and not before a meeting on the mound. Kurt, you been to Taco Mama yet?
I've not been to Taco Mama. I need to get over there.
It's a nice location.
I've been spending all my time at El Nepal. But
who just became a partner of the Y'alls.
Right. But no, I've heard nothing but great things about Taco Mama, so maybe this week we head on over.
Maybe. Might have to.
Maybe.
Ben really just doesn't want to switch up the flow.
I'll tell you what, if we go over there, I'm putting the salsa on my side of the table.
Oh, my gosh. It slipped.
Ben's eyeing down at some Chinese buffet later this week.
Snappy's buffet will work, too.
Wow.
I've been saying that. I literally just ate a Snappy's pizza 2 minutes ago. So
I'll tell you what, though, the Snappy buffet is excellent.
It is good. Meeting on the mound is done. Runners second and third. Florence with their biggest opportunity of the ball game. Nobody out, and Garrett Broussard is the batter. They are giving you a run, playing the infield back. All you got to do is touch the ball. Isn't that what Richardson said?
just got to touch it.
Just got to touch it.
Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
First pitch, missing upstairs.
Wait till he throws you a strike first, though.
The only person you can't hit it to is at first.
Yep. And he's still asking where he's supposed to be.
Even he's wondering where he should be. And now he's going to move back. So you can hit it to first. The 1-0. Broussard skies one down the left field line. Foul territory. It's going to stay in play. Battapaglia's over there, and he makes the grab. Richardson just trying to draw a throw. Does not go. He had to touch it in fair play. A pop fly there from Broussard. He's 0 for 3 tonight. That'll bring up Jackson Tucker, who's 0 for 2. Guess we could say that about everyone besides Richardson and Bobo.
Right.
They have been your sole offense, and here comes Mike Pinto, not going to face Tucker with Gunnar Kynes. They will head to the bullpen, a Hooves Hangout pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Hooves Hangout Pitching Change. Looking for the perfect spot to relax and open your favorite Pokemon or baseball trading cards. Visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Carlos Soto is the right-handed pitcher called upon from manager Mike Pinto. He'll relieve Gunnar Kynes. Unofficial line, 6 1/3, 4 hits right now on tap for 1 run. Does own both runners, second and third with 1 away. A walk and 7 Ks for Kynes. Carlos Soto, they're not messing around. A 2-2 record with 5 holds on the season, a 3.71 ERA across 26 2/3 innings pitched. Not a high strikeout guy, 15 Ks, 13 walks.
Y'all's looking for a base hit here.
And Florence will supplant that with a pinch hitter of their own in Milo Rushford. Now in for Jackson Tucker. It's once again another one of those moves where it's going to shuffle up your defense for sure. Might lose a little bit of touch with Jackson Tucker out of the game. Florence has been, I don't want to say awful in pinch hitter spots. Just 2 for 12, though.
Not good.
It's a small sample size.
It is.
And we haven't got one in quite some time.
No.
I think since May. 0-2. Hard hit down the first baseline, but foul.
Should just be a straight-up move, though. Rushford into center for Tucker. He's gotten
Yeah.
a few starts in center this year.
Certainly, I think it's 1A and 1B defensive-wise in center field for Tucker and Schoenfeld. So you just lose a little bit of a step there. Obviously, defense isn't going to matter if you can't produce the runs. Again, still giving them that run with the infield all the way back. 0-2. Into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Richardson will come home to score. Bobo is right on his hit tail. The throw is way offline. A 2-run single from Milo Rushford. He does the job. The first pinch hit since May, and it's a 2-run double.
Rushford just right on the barrel and a simple approach up the middle. Yeah, that was an interesting throw out in center. But boy, was Rushford or rather it was Bobo just speeding around the bases.
Kurt taking one of my nicely wrapped T-shirts and just throwing it haywire. Not even close to a kid. I mean.
Yeah, the kid got it right there. He's happy as a clam down there.
First pitch inside to Dylan Baker. One away, Rushford on second. That's the tying run out there in scoring position. Fastball in there for a strike 1-1. That will end the night for Gunnar Kynes. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, a walk, and 7 Ks.
That's still a good line, but it is 2 guys whose line actually end up looking a little worse than they actually pitched.
Check swing does not go around. Ben, that is the only RBI hit of the season from a pinch hitter for Florence.
Wow.
Do you know the other RBI walk?
Sergio Gutierrez.
Good. You've been looking at the game notes. Yes, Sergio Gutierrez. Again, that's all the way back middle of May.
Yeah. I think that was in the first series at Evansville.
Yeah, so now they're 3 for 13 in pinch hit opportunities. Rushford now 1 for 3. In a big-time spot here, moves Florence within 1.
Boy, that pay off for Toby.
Yeah, it did. I like the lefty to righty switch against a righty on the mound. 3-1, missing upstairs.
Wow.
Good at bat there from Baker. Does move a double play in order, but Florence has 2 base runners aboard. That is the go-ahead run now for Florence.
Now they like Beetle. I mean, this could have been another situation. You see a pinch hitter, too. Schoenfeld. You have Harbison on the bench that could catch.
Yeah.
You go a righty-lefty matchup with Schoenfeld. But tell you what, last time Beetle was up in a situation like this, with Florence trailing by 1 and 2 runners on base in a late-game situation, that ball is probably still sitting out behind that right field scoreboard.
I don't know. I saw Stephen Gregg out there hunting around.
This is the big-time move here from Joliet going to Soto. You know, this was, hey, this is our guy. Not the lowest ERA, but among players with a lot of innings pitched for Joliet, that is one of the lowest. I mean, 5 1/3 innings, a 1.69 for Rebarchek. He's on the IL. Marcus Morgan, 13 innings, 2.77. I think he's on the IL. I've also noticed that iScore has added in everyone that's played this season.
Yeah. He's still figuring it out with that new website. Love-hate relationship.
I think they're adding like a in-game editing source so that you don't have to wait for months on end for a stat correction. Zach Beadle, runners first and second, 1 away. Tying run is the most important out on second. At least you want to tie the game. It's just a cherry on top if you're able to take the lead as well. Fouls the first pitch away, 0-1.
Tell you what, you hate to play this game, but man, how big is that one pitch that just got away from Beadle?
Yeah, that's true.
That
Maybe
ended up scoring the difference.
A little chance for redemption here. He's going to have the right side of the infield wide open to that second baseman playing up. Ooh, that one runs inside and backs him off the plate.
That was personal.
88 inside. A 2-run single from Milo Rushford. He comes off the schneid and gives Florence their 5th hit of the day at the point, but he was the first outside of Richardson and Bobo to get a hit. The 1-1. Slider outside, no good. I think schneid is one of my favorite words that I do not use at all. Yeah.
I've used it a little bit. I'm going to have to say it much about Florence. You know, a lot of times you say it for like a losing streak or again, someone's struggling.
Yeah. 2-1. This is inside, 3-1. Isn't that part of Soto? 15 Ks, 13 walks are pretty even in that regard across 23 innings. One's not dominating the other. Already the walk to Baker, and now a hitter's count for Beadle. Got to find something in his window. Here's the 3-1. Does punch it in the infield. I would not say that's the window. Wow. Over the shoulder, Willie Mays Hayes grab there from the pitcher, Carlos Soto. Now that's a fastball.
Yeah, that's
4 or 5 inches inside.
Was infield fly called?
I didn't see anything. It wasn't that high.
Because Beadle didn't run.
No.
So that's actually Florence might be thanking their lucky stars. Actually, it didn't even matter if Beadle ran or not because runners on first and second didn't run. If he doesn't make that play, that is likely to get out of the inning.
Yeah. Guess that is true. Marcus Brodell, big opportunity. Florence has pushed themselves within 1, but they have the tying runner in scoring position. That one misses outside. For reference, that was about the same amount of length out as it was into Beadle. That 3-1 swing.
Yeah. 3-1, I would have liked to see him take it probably.
Here's the 1-0. Way upstairs, 2-0.
I'm sure Beadle wishing he had that one back, too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is it for Brodell. He's somebody who feels like, has been playing well enough to get a little more playing time. It's just so hard with this Florence team.
Yeah, they put him in a priority spot, top of the order for a moment like this. Here's the 2-0. Misses outside. Now, the walk doesn't seem as glorious, and maybe that's why you caught Beadle swinging. It obviously would have moved the go-ahead run into scoring position.
And the game-tying run and a sacrifice. Or actually, no, there was a – actually, no.
It
the
would
second
have been a
out was on
sacrifice
the pop-up.
situation, yeah. 3-0 to Brodell. Outside, no good. 4-pitch walk. I tell you what, that is back-to-back-to-back at-bats where it's not a lot of strikes from Soto.
Yeah.
I think if you're Brett Blomquist, 0 for 3 today, just got to be patient. That loads the bases. 2 away. Another massive opportunity for Florence. It's their 8th sense of the plate in the inning.
For somebody who's been great with bases loaded this year, 5 for 10 on a couple of grand slams.
You're calling for the big shot.
Just read the stats.
Some pretty good numbers there.
Yeah.
10 at-bats.
It's been a while since he's got his last home run.
10 at-bats with the bases loaded this year, 18 RBIs.
Wow. That's the right person to have at the plate. Talented all-star. Blomquist. That one's in there for a strike. 1-1. Fly out to center field his last time up. Dylan Baker, the go-ahead run on second, should be able to score on a base knock. 1-1. Hard hit through the right side of the infield. Rushford scores. They're going to hold Baker. The throw comes in. Maybe a wise decision from last night. It was up the line. Barry with the assist. Brett Blomquist comes through and ties the game up at 4.
Of course he does. 19 RBIs with the bases loaded this year. He's 6 for 11. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of really good hitters on this team, but with the bases loaded, I don't know if there's anyone I would rather have up. And you're not going to leave Blomquist quiet for long. First hit of the day. It ties the game. Couldn't get that second run in. Go ahead run on the single.
Yeah.
But it does bring up Hank Zeisler with the bases loaded.
It does bring up Hank, and obviously that's the captain. You know, if there's another guy you want up with the bases loaded, it'd be probably your all-time record leader in RBIs and hits. That is the end of the line for Carlos Soto. Florence, he comes into the game. 2-run single, walk, pop out to the pitcher, walk, and an RBI single. He is done after 5 plate appearances. Florence, their 9th batter sent to the plate. Zeisler, he will face a new wing when we return to the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Hooves hang out, pitching change. Jack Pottinger will be the new wing, a lefty in to face the lefty. Hank Zeisler, bases loaded, 2 away. Florence has tied this game up at 4 here in the 7th. That's very good for the Y'alls. We were talking about it entering the inning. Maybe not the best numbers trailing after the 7th, but it didn't seem like an insurmountable lead. Just 3 runs. Florence pulls off their best inning of the ballgame. First pitch missing in.
Tell you what, there's just something about Florence just welcoming, those kind of situations where they're, down. Not a ton of comebacks after the 6th, but a lot of just comeback in general wins where they don't score first.
1-0. Ooh, runs inside, almost hits the captain. That would have given Florence the lead.
Man, it's 2-0 now, and Pottiger's got to be careful, and this is what Zeisler loves.
Pottinger, lefty-lefty battle. Coming right out of the bullpen in relief of Carlos Soto. Just got a third of an inning. Here's the 2-0. In there for a strike. Pottinger this season, 19 innings pitched, 21 hits, 8 earned runs, 14 walks to 14 Ks. A 3.79 ERA in 17 appearances. That was 91, bottom of the zone in there for a strike. On third, Baker. On second, Brodell. 2-1. Runs inside and goes to the backstop. Nobody is going to advance. Florence is being extra cautious off the base paths. Took a little bit of a Joliet hop off of the padding there.
I think it's the right move.
But Florence is also grateful that Heidel did not glove that right away because both Blomquist and Brodell were caught halfway between the base paths.
Yeah, Brodell, that's a long throw to second, and I don't think you want to risk making that throw with the bases loaded at 2 outs, but Blomquist he probably is out if he picks that up right away.
3-1. That's another one that inside to Zeisler. Game on the line here. Here's the 3-1. Called strike on the inner corner. It was in there.
That's a really good pitch.
Yeah,
3-1, it's gutsy, too.
Oh,
it's been missing inside.
You want to challenge the captain inside? 3-1, sure. Pottinger ends up sneaking that one through. A full count, 2 outs, bases loaded.
I mean, and talking about sneaking it in, I mean, just painted the outside.
Kissing the zone there. Full count, 2 away. Here's the payoff pitch. Top of the zone, no good. An RBI walk gives Florence a 5-4 lead. They've hit around here in the 7th. Bases stay loaded. And up comes Zane Richardson, who started this inning off with a single.
How about Zane? Both times that Florence has scored, both innings that they've scored in, it's Richardson that gets it started. And it's a situation where Florence didn't have a ton going for him offensively. The little bit of offense they have got come immediately after Zay just shows them they can do it. A triple, and he scored on the Bobo RBI double, and then he's the first to lead off this inning with a base hit.
First pitch to Richardson. Slider misses downstairs.
And I know you may go back and look at this inning and say, wow, they took the lead on an RBI walk. Did the offense do much? I mean, this is an unbelievably gutsy inning by the Florence offense. I mean, that pinch hit single for Rushford, Brett Blomquist coming through.
You have a chance for Richardson to really add some insurance here. Yeah. Single would score 2. The 1-0. Hard hit over into left field. That's going to bring home 1. Waving around Blomquist. He'll come in to score. A 2-run single from Zane Richardson. The face of the Florence Yalls delivers. It's 7-4.
And now he gets his moment, too, to score a couple of runs. Boy, Richardson, you knew that he was going to have a moment like this. Sets the table. Now he does all the eating here to give Florence a little bit of insurance.
That's his 3rd hit of the day. Florence scores 6 in the inning. On top 7-4. They entered the inning with just 2 hits.
Yeah.
They're going to leave with at least 7. What a comeback from the Yalls, and a 3-run lead now. It's Brendan Bobo. Runners at the corners and 2 away. First pitch misses inside.
Does this change anything for Florence? You're going into the 8th thinking about, you're down 3. Sometimes a different pitcher than you'd think going up 3. Obviously, the inning not over yet. Does Lotus go back out there? He just recorded the 1 out. I think there's a pretty good chance.
I think so, too, as long as he's been warm. That one bounces in the dirt, scooped up from Heidel. He's having a great day behind the plate, too. That will complete the line for Soto. A 3rd of an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 2 walks and no Ks.
Another really good reliever.
Yeah.
Comes into the game against Florence with a really good ERA and will leave with a hurt ERA.
2-0 the count. To the lefty with 2 doubles today. He's been on base all 3 times. He's the only all that can say that. 2-0. Swing and a miss. Goes fishing down at the bottom of the zone. And ever since Cowboy Kirk Cranmer, did I get the full pronunciation right there, man? I mean, I'm sick of hearing it off the line.
Finally.
I feel like I just say it quick, and it's good enough for me. Ever since he's come on, put on the headset, Florence picked up 6 runs. 2-1 to Bobo. Fastball outside, no good. That pitch has not been called all day. Really good job from the home plate umpire, Pascalo.
Look, I didn't hear some great things from people who have seen this crew a lot. Not that they've been bad, but just about maybe some inconsistencies in different parts of the plate. We've had them for 4 games now, and I think they've 5 games now. They're pretty consistent.
Yeah, 3-1. Ooh, misses downstairs. Another good block from Heidel. That is the 2nd walk from Pottinger that loads the bases once again. They do have action, a righty warming up. Mike Pinto will come out. We'll wait for the official signal. It's just the 3 batters faced there from Pottinger. And he is heading to the pen. It is another Hooves Hangout pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. Hooves Hangout pitching change. Go visit former Reds reliever Jane J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. New righty in, it's Sam Bryan. He'll relieve Jack Pottinger. Does not record an out. 1 hit, unofficial line. No runs allowed just yet. He's on tap for all 3 on base, 2 walks and no Ks. It is the new sign just earlier today. Around 4:30, Sam Bryan signed for the Slammers. Comes from University of Pittsburgh. Pitt from St. Louis, Missouri. 6 foot, 190 pounds. Making his professional debut. 2 seasons with Pitt. A 6.96 ERA across 33 appearances. Only 2 starts. 32 and a third innings pitched. 20 walks to 38 Ks. Bases loaded. First pitch way outside. 1-0 the count. Mike Pinto has gone to talented reliever after talented reliever in the inning. This is the 4th pitcher of the inning. But he will rely on the newcomer to try and get him out of it. Florence on top 7-4, a 6-run 7th. The 1-0. Ooh. Is that a knuckleball? That was just a really odd-looking pitch. Did not have any spin rate of a knuckleball, but in there for a strike, 1-1. Definitely a slower 77. 1-1. Way outside. Heidel is just jumping around in this inning. He saved them a couple runs. He is doing it all over. Not only at the plate, but also behind the plate. A year in the Appalachian League for Sam Bryan. 2-1. Ground ball right back to him. He will glove it. Broussard slams the bat in the ground. The toss on to first is in time. Florence strands the bases loaded, but they bring home 6 and take a 3-run lead. It's 7-4 heading to the top of the 8th. When we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HTN. What up? Top of the 8th, Florence will have a Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken pitching change. With a new wing coming into the game, you can pick up the best wings in the tri-state area. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, always fresh, never frozen. Jet Lotus goes just that third of an inning, gets the one out, does his job. His night is done. Florence will bring on Danny Heinz, who I don't know if he could have had a better first outing for the Y'alls. 8 batters faced, all retired, 2 2/3, 5 Ks. Looked like the real deal.
Yeah, this was electric, and I'm excited for Florence fans to get their first look at him too in person. Just a electric combo, fastball, slider.
Y'alls with a heck of a comeback. They're on top 7-4. They score 6 in the 7th inning. Still being out hit by, I believe it should be 3. Should be 3 hits. I had 7 before. Yeah, 7.
I have 7 as well.
Danny Heinz, his first batter will be the lefty Blake Berry, followed by Peyton Carr and Beeman. 4-5-6 due up for the Slammers. That one's in there for a strike immediately. Beetle's going to go out and talk to him. First pitch strike, 0-1 the count. Kurt, I almost don't want to interrupt Danny Heinz, but this is our Rip That Pack inning. You had the win yesterday. I had a base pack, and hopefully that means there's some good stuff still left in this Topps Chrome 2026 blaster box.
Yeah, I'll jump in here.
What's
Been
the
waiting
official
patiently.
Score? What's the official score, Ben?
I know I'm good for something. 11-11-5.
Wow.
Ties.
Ties.
I know how much Ben likes those ties. Dedicate this back. We missed it yesterday. It was one of our faithful listeners, Don Tragesser's birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Don.
0-1 upstairs, no good. 1-1 the count. Yeah, happy birthday, Don.
Got some action
Oh,
in
you
here.
definitely got some color,
Ooh,
and
I
that's
like
that baseball border at the
Sweet.
back.
Is that a piece of gum?
That one's in there for a strike on the off
it's the
or
bat.
fastball.
It's the bat
1 and
on
2.
the card. So Juan Soto threw me off.
Oh, you got back-to-back Juan Soto.
Top
That's
75 Juan Soto.
a refractor.
Oh, the future stars are sweet this year.
Future stars,
Let's
Jack
show that.
Caglione.
That is cool.
Blake Berry skies one down the right field line. Bobo heading towards that foul line makes the grab for out number 1. Yeah, this is a very cool card. Future stars, Jack Caglione, obviously one of the best rookies you could chase this year. And who did you get on that baseball border? I want to show this one off because I was talking about it a lot. Carson Wiseau, maybe not the best hit, but I do love that baseball border. It's not numbered or anything, but it is a very cool-looking card. If you get that with a chase, that's probably a good piece. You get 2 inserts. You actually get 3. 75th anniversary. Really good stuff there, Kurt. So I'm going to say probably the future stars is the one to beat. Being a rookie chase. That one misses outside. 1-0 the count to Peyton Carr. And I once again see only gray. We do get a rookie card of Connolly Early, who was just traded to the Washington Nationals off the IL. It was an interesting trade. High hopper over left side. Broussard will field it. Throw on to first is in time. 5-3 on the put away.
Great throw from Broussard there. That ball jumped a mile in the air.
So Connolly Early was a pitcher for the Red Sox. Very good year this year as a rookie. Traded to the Nationals as a part of trying to get a talented right-handed bat in Curtis Mead, who's having a career year. First game for the Red Sox, Curtis Mead gets hit on the hand, fractures it onto the IL immediately. It ends up being a pointless deadline move for the Red Sox, who lose a talented starting pitcher in Connolly Early as well. Then we get Denzer Guzman, another rookie card for the Angels. Matt Chapman, and we are going to head over to Mike Trout on the Wrecking Crew.
Cool.
Wrecking Crew insert. 1-0. This is inside 2-0. I do like that Wrecking Crew insert. I don't know if I'm going to put it over Caglione just because he is the rookie.
And I also got the Juan Soto 75. Just a pack of goodies.
Yeah, you got a really
Curdy
good pack.
Bob.
That one's fouled away 2-1. So Kurt's going to take a 12-11-5 lead.
I think
This is the first lead in a long time, and I'll say that.
I think it's my first lead of the season.
I think it might be.
No, he had some early ones.
I don't know.
Didn't I make like a 7-game comeback and just 2-1. Slider misses inside. 2 away with the bases empty. 7-4 Y'all's lead. Danny Hines doing exactly what he did on, what was that, Saturday?
Yep.
3-1, outside no good. That is his first base runner allowed, a walk to Jackson Beeman. First base runner allowed in his Florence career.
Yeah, I started keeping track at 2-2, and Rory has had a lead ever since. Either a lead or tied until today.
Until today.
That'll bring up Tyler Cerny, who's 1 for 3. 2 strikeouts, a double, and a scored run. That one's in there for a strike. Kurt, really good job. You're cleaning me out on this Topps Chrome. Thing is, you got to buy it for the weekend series. Are you going Topps Chrome, or what are you thinking?
I mean, we're going to go Topps Crown.
Until
someone pulls that Ohtani $3 million chase,
yeah,
we are chasing.
If we pull that on the broadcast, I'm
Vegas, here we come.
Yeah.
Calling the wife, he's at home, saying, hey.
You're the only one with a wife. Ben, you. 1-1. Ground ball left side. Broussard swallows it up. Throws it the easy way to second for a fielder's choice. 5-4 on the put away. Heading to the bottom of the 8th. Kurt, you're going to take off. It's been a long time with you up here.
Yeah, I mean, that was a heck of an inning from the Y'alls. 7 hits. But another good one up here tonight on Rip That Pack. And check on our concessions here. See you guys tomorrow night for another one.
Thanks for coming on,
pleasure,
Kurt. Bottom of the 8th we go. 7-4 lead. Bottom of the 8th. Florence with a 7-4 lead over the Slammers. Looking for some insurance. Milo Rushford, Dylan Baker, and Zach Beadle will be the 3-2 up. Still Sam Bryan on the mound. Bryan able to get out of that bases loaded jam. Did close the line for Pottinger. Ends up unscathed. Didn't get an out. A hit, no runs, and 2 walks. Ends up as just a tough 3 plate appearances for him. Rushford with the big 2-run single in his pinch hit opportunity. That is the first RBI hit for Florence this season in a pinch hit opportunity. Entered just 2 for 12. But he came through in a big time way. Brought Florence right back into the race. Gave them just a 1-run disadvantage. Florence, obviously, the rest is history. 6 runs in the inning, swing and a miss. 91 top of the zone. This is Sam Bryan's professional debut. Got a ground ball back to the pitcher, and the only batter he faced. The 0-1 misses outside. Florence trying to move back to 7 over 500. That is the most they were all season. All the way back middle of June. Trying to reach that number again. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1 and 2. Dots of the outer half and 92 there. Tell you what, Sam Bryan, good amount of life on and run on that fastball. Some two-seam action. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside. 2-2 the count. Two-two. Misses out. Full count. Nobody on, nobody out. Florence with a 7-4 lead, just 3 hits behind. 10-7 there in the hit column. Here's the payoff. Misses outside. Full count walk to Milo Rushford. Leadoff runner aboard. How about that? Florence with the leadoff runner aboard. In just the 1 inning is when they scored 6 runs. Are we in for a duplicate inning? I certainly would take it. Might extend this game a little bit, but I would take it, Ben.
Yeah, one of those situations you wouldn't be upset about.
Yeah. That one misses outside. You wouldn't be upset about it. Then if the Yalls, just rattled off 10 straight, it's one of those situations you just wouldn't be upset about. Runner takes off. That one misses outside. Throw down to second. Not in time.
I mean, you got a chance for a 7-0 week. 2 teams fighting for that final wild card spot. You're probably not going to have too many unhappy Yalls fans. It's just the reality of the situation.
Stolen base there from Rushford. I think it bounced and hit him in the head. He was walking around and left the helmet on the ground. Hit him in the teeth. Battipaglia had to take a look at the smile there.
It's 2 sort of head-involved collisions at second base the last 2 games of the series.
Tyler Cerny, the second baseman, was just in that situation. Stolen base for Rushford, runner in scoring position. 2-0 to Baker. Grounds it foul down the third base line. Maybe a limited crowd, but another good game for fans to see. 2-1, way outside, 3-1. Take a look again at that out-of-town scoreboard as we now have a lead. Anything change in that? Yeah, whoa, that game is still high scoring. 9-6. Grizzlies lead the Bolts, 3-1. That one's in there for a strike. That would ease the Bolts off the back of the Yalls in the playoff hunt.
So Carlos Pena, actually extremely similar to Hank Zeisler. His first game back off injury, had a 2-home-run game in Gateway last night.
That one's fouled away, a full count. It's the bottom of the 8th here, 7-4 Yalls lead. Sussex County with a 4-0 win over Ottawa. That game ended in the 6th. Halfway through the 6th. Must have been ended on account of rain in Ottawa. Quebecian doubleheader over Trois-Rivières. 7-5 loss. Trois-Rivières taking them down. That one misses outside.
You know what I think I would love to be another fix on the iScore website? There's just no indication after a sudden death, win or loss, about who actually won the game.
Yeah.
It's obviously hard because the score stays the same, similar to a penalty kick situation at soccer.
Man, another pitching change. It's Brian with 2 walks to open up the inning. Mike Pinto's going to head to the bullpen once again. Nobody out. 2 runners on base for a Hoops Hangout pitching change when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HDN. Hooves Hangout pitching change. Go visit former Reds reliever J.J. Hoover at Hooves Hangout today, 405 Washington Street, Suite D in Alexandria. Zach Beadle, runners first and second, nobody out. Will face the lefty Jake Carroll. Carroll in for Brian, unofficial line, a third of an inning. No hits, 2 walks, and no Ks. How about this? The 3 relievers so far have combined for 2/3 of an inning. Soto, a third of an inning, 2 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, and no Ks. Pottinger did not get an out, a hit, 2 walks. And Brian gets 1 out, no hits, 2 walks, no Ks. Right now, no runs against him. On tap for both runners on base. Isn't that a Trois Rivières Quebec game?
Mm-hmm.
That was Braden Alleman's first loss.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a Trois Rivières. How about that?
It's a tough one as well. I think he's faced him a lot, though, this season. Eventually, they had to get to him. Zach Beadle shows bunt, pulls back, and misses downstairs. You mentioned Evansville dropped to New York 6-5 earlier. Schaumburg fell to the Mud Monsters on a walk-off, 8-7. Tri-City took down Down East 7-5. And the Crushers beat the Jackals 7-5. The 1-0. Missing inside. Quebec is on top of Trois Rivières for game 2 of that doubleheader, 6-3. In the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 shows bunt, pops it foul. That's an interesting 2-0 shot there. It was right down Broadway. Trying to get a sacrifice and move those insurance runners into scoring position.
Be interested to see. I mean, we'll likely see Harbison start tomorrow. It's usually been games 1 and 3 for whoever's getting the 2-start series. But that would be back-to-back 2-start series for Harbison.
That one's in there for a strike 2-2. Missing inside by a couple inches. That's that first time that pitch has been called. Generally has been so good. 20-58 on the spin rate. 2-2 the count. Rushford, the runner on second. Carroll stretch the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Comes all the way back, and a nice off speed there to put away Zach Beadle.
It's going to give Carroll a little bit of confidence, too.
And Jake Carroll, you know, he's a veteran of the league as well. Was with the Washington Wild Things last year. Not his first season in Frontier League play. Brings on Marcus Brodell. Big time walk for Brodell. Last inning, that loaded the bases for Florence. Obviously allowed the Blomquist single and all the other good stuff to follow. First pitch, he fouls away.
It's loud.
Lefty-lefty battle. That was loud.
I don't know what that hit. Little food storage out there, maybe?
Maybe one of the sweet windows.
Sweet windows are usually more of a clong, like a deeper.
Is that what they are?
Yeah.
0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Let me hear it again.
It's like a clong.
Does have a deeper little vibration.
That was a new contact.
It's the first time that sound's ever been heard over the airwaves. 0-2. Misses inside. 1-2 the count.
Saying our ambient mic doesn't pick up when the ball hits the window because it's the same thing.
I'd say no. The ambient mic's pointed towards the field. So for it to get anything behind is always interesting.
How about Brodell make one sound like Jordan's bat yesterday?
1-2. Fouls it away. I got a piece on it. If you add some reverb to that one, maybe. Yeah, Jordan sounded like a cannon yesterday. At least that's what I imagine a cannon sounded like. 1-2 the count, one away. Runners first and second, bottom of the 8th. 1-2 pitch. Rushford takes off for third. It's fouled away. He'll have to retreat.
Unfortunately, I was next to a cannon for 4 years in my life in Indiana football games. Scored a cannon every time they scored a touchdown. Caught me off guard every single time. And we scored a lot of touchdowns. I don't know if you know, but Indiana, 2026 college football national champions.
Wow. Pretty amazing. I didn't know that one. Rushford takes off again. The pitch misses outside. Throw down to third is in time. Caught stealing of third. Brandon Heidel picks up the second out of the inning. Runner on first. 2 away.
Strange decision.
It is. It's a 1-2 count, or it should be 2-2. Deuce is wild to Brodell. Yeah, that was your insurance run in scoring position. 2-2 pitch. He skies one out towards center field. Morton on the run. He makes the grab to end the inning. 99 off the bat. A good piece from Marcus Brodell. We head to the 9th, a 3-run lead. Danny Heinz looking for his first professional save when we return on the Frontier League Network, powered by HGN. Top of the 9th, a Hawksworth Blunt Center save opportunity for the Yalls. Florence with a 7-4 3-run lead over Joliet. It will be Caden Morton, Brandon Heidel in the top of the order, Eden Battapaglia. 2 up for the Slammers, down to their final 3 outs. Staying on is Danny Heinz. In a save opportunity, it has been rare to see anyone other than Aiden McAvoy go out there for Florence. His league-high 17 saves. But Danny Heinz has allowed just 1 base runner across 3 2/3 innings of work in his small Florence Yells career so far. He has been dominant. Caden Morton in his first plate appearance. Straight up defense for the Yalls. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. I don't want to say this is the case, but you could be getting to a point where you have a trio of solutions in the 9th inning. McAvoy, obviously, your all-star closer, leads the league in saves. Heinz has just been dominant. And Will Karsten, we've seen, already been trusted in the 9th as well. We know Toby Hall likes his strength throwing ability. Plus mid-90s fastball. Low to mid-90s. Heinz going to step off. They will call a pitch clock violation on him. 1-2 the count. The 1-2 pitch. Slider misses inside. More than just the twist to get out of the way. Two and two. Hines still working from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Skies it foul. All this room to gallop up here in the press bucket as Ben Howard going to head down and try and get that post-game interview. Wow, pitch clock violation. We got another one up here. That's a strikeout to start off the ninth. Wyatt picks up, what is that, oh, this is you. This is Drew picking up the K. Is that your first? First of the season for y'all's analytics team. Drew. Wyatt has two. Wyatt's got two. Vlad got any? None. Bringing up the rear. Want to know the count to Brandon Heidel, who has had a heck of a day at the plate. In this 9 spot, he's produced 3 runs, a home run, an RBI single, and then he came home to score. He's 3 for 3. That one's missing at the top of the zone, 2-0. 1 away, bases empty. Joliet down to their final 2 outs. The defensive changes in the inning. Schoenfeld went into center. Rushford moved over to left, so Marcus Brodau out of the ball game. Schoenfeld in that position. Florence clearly wants that defensive Schoenfeld in center field. Obviously, Tucker was taken out for Rushford. Rushford had the 1 inning in center. Does come out in the 9th for a defensive switch. 2-1, swing and a miss on the fastball upstairs. Two. Hines standing tall, middle of the rubber. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blows it by him, 93. Inside corner. Hines is the real deal. 2 Ks, 2 away here in the 9th. Florence just 1 out away from winning the series against Joliet. Evening the series at 4-4 and forcing a rubber match for the season series. 9 games between these 2 clubs. Trying to get back to 7 games over 500, which was a season high for them back in June. First pitch to the All-Star. Swing and a miss, Battipaglia. 93, top of the zone. From the stretch, the 0-1. This is outside at 92. That was kissing the zone. Don't think it was held there too well. Might not have been the spot they were looking for. The 1-1. Ground ball up the middle. Through for a base hit. 3rd hit of the day for Battipaglia. This game will continue. That'll bring up Patrick Ward, who's 2 for 4 with a single and a double. That's the first hit allowed by Danny Hines. Almost made a nice play behind the back. First pitch is in there for a strike. 92, middle. 21-19 on the spin rate. The 0-1 fouls it away. 0-2, Joliet down to their final strike. Florence trying to take home the series. It'll be a comeback win. Down 3, entering the bottom of the 7th. That'll be a big-time game for the Gulls. 0-2. Slider misses out. 24.99 on the spin rate there. Heck of a pitch. The 1-2. Skied foul will do it again. One and two the count. The 1-2 pitch misses upstairs. 2-2. Got some weird lights going on the suites. Some like spider webs or snowflakes. It's interesting. 2-2. Skied foul once again. Couple fans on their feet. 2-2. Slider misses out. What an at bat. Patrick Ward here just squeezing every inch out of this game right now. Full count, 2 outs, top of the ninth, game on the line. Runner on first is Battipaglia. He takes off. Payoff pitch. Misses inside. That will bring the tying run to the plate. Runners first and second. Toby gonna go talk to his new righty. Isn't this a spot where Joliet could wish that they had Jackson Valera up? And not to say that Chris Davis isn't a very good hitter, because I know he is. But Jackson Valera has really hurt the Y'alls this season. .315 average, 43 RBIs. I believe had to leave this game with an injury, I'm assuming. Ben was mentioning he came up a little lame on a ground ball play. So they go to Chris Davis. He's been 0 for 2 since entering in the 6th. Runners first and second. Tying run at the plate. First pitch. Fouls it away. It's that first pitch strike. A foul ball into the suites. Slammers get a ball from their own player. Davis, this season a .281 hitter. 4 home runs. That one misses out 1-1. It's his 3rd season in the league. Started with Joliet in 24, played there in 25 as well. 1-1. In there for a strike, 2-1. Sorry, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, fastball outside, no good. 93 out there. Danny Heinz trying to close down Joliet. Top of the 9th, looking for his first professional save. 2-2. Fastball outside, no good. Florence fans looking for it. It's about 2 inches off the plate. Full count once again. Heinz trying to find it. Look at second. Payoff. Skied foul. Runners are going to be off. The full count. Ben Howard is waiting patiently on the sidelines. Heinz, the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him. Strikes out the side of the ninth, picks up his first save, and Florence takes home the series win 7-3 here on Wednesday. What a comeback for Florence, fueled by a 6-run, 7th inning. They were down 4-1 entering that inning with just 2 hits. They pick up 6 hits in the inning, and a comeback all the way through and through. Jet Lotus ends up with the win, ending that 7th inning for Yannicker Villalobos. The loss will go to Carlos Soto, and the save to Heinz, his first of the season. First win for Lotus, first save for Heinz. Florence was fueled by none other than the face of the Florence Y'all, Zade Richardson. A 3-hit night for him. Bobo on base all 4 times. But Richardson with 2-run single, big 2-run single, really gave them that lead. Not gave them the lead, but padded to the lead. Started off there, got to their first hit of the day in the 4th. Started off that little rally. Then he started off the 7th with a single. And did everything he could at the plate. A 3-hit night for the face of the Florence Y'alls. Let's send it down to Ben, who has it.
Zaid, we have to start with that second at-bat. It's your first triple since 24. Take me through, go through your mind as the play since you've ran all year.
Everybody's been giving me props for, my speed lately. I guess, there's been some ground balls that I've hit, that I've ran and I've been moving or whatever. But I don't know, dude. Sometimes my legs, sometimes I'll get it in gear, and then there's times where I just don't. So I don't know. It was fun. Obviously, I hit it and I top spun it. As soon as I saw that he didn't have a beat on it, I was like, all right, well, I'm at least getting 2. And then I got around second. I'm like, oh, he has not really. I'm going for 3. So it's been fun. I love that. Yeah.
Well, you ended up scoring the first run of the game. At the table all long. That was the first run of the game. First hit on Gunnar Kynes, who was cruising, and then you had the first hit to start the rally in the 6-run 7th. How much pride do you take in being that tone setter for a lot of younger offensive guys behind you in the lineup?
I don't do too much. Honestly, it's really fun playing for a team like this because, obviously when we're on, and a lot of times it's more times than not, we're passing the stick. So it's really just thanks to them, really, because that's where I get a lot of that. Being able to know that I don't have a whole lot of pressure on me, and when I go up there, you got a guy like Bobo behind you or Garrett. Majority that we have. I was sitting here thinking about this, talking to some of the guys in the dugout. But we have guys that if they're not hitting 300, they have almost double-digit homers. So there's really not a whole lot of pressure on me, and that's really what does it. So I have to give credit to the team because they're allowing me to kind of be able to be relaxed to where, okay, well, if I don't get the job done, I know about 50 different guys behind me who are, you know what I'm saying, or in front of me. So it's really props to the team.
Well, you set the table all game. Finally got in that 7th. Your first RBI, 2-run single in the 7th inning. What'd you see in that at bat?
Which one?
The 2 RBI single in the 7th.
Oh. So at that point in time, I was just looking for something in the zone. The biggest thing is we need to get to a lot of their bullpens. As soon as we got Heinz out of there and kind of got them out of their rhythm, we kind of knew that they were struggling in the bullpen a little bit and that they've been giving up. So, as you saw, we were just getting into a lot of hitter counts. And if you're getting into a lot of hitter counts and you got guys that are hitters, we're going to take advantage of that. So he was really just not doing too much and really making these guys come to us. And as soon as we got into that hitter count, I'm just trying to see something up and drive it through the middle like typical. So.
Well, you're 9-2 since the break, as playing some of the best baseball of the year. Is this one of your favorite stretches in your 4 years with Florence?
Say that again?
Is this one of your favorite stretches of the 4 year with Florence out of the break?
Absolutely. If you think about it, there was a first bit where we had that last 5 or 6 games where we were struggling, and it's just typical baseball. You're going to go through a lot of this stuff, I think that kind of that all-star break was good for everybody. It gave it a good renewal of mind, and then when we were able to come in there, we're just being selfless, that's the biggest thing. I think when you see streaks like this, it's a sign of just selflessness, and if we can continue that, and I believe we will, you're just going to see a lot of really good baseball. So let's just see what we can do. Yeah.
A good one. I appreciate it, Zaid.
Thanks, guys. Yep.
Rory.
Thanks, Zaid. That was great. Always good talking to Zaid. He's always so got a high baseball IQ and always, analyzes his game very well. Congratulations, Zaid. Heck of a game. Fuels a Florence win. The Y'alls were sparked by a 6-run 7th inning that obviously fueled their whole game. Florence with just 2 hits, one from Zaid. Entering that inning, they were trailing 4-1. Zaid starts it off, followed by a double from Brendan Bobo. They get a great pinch hit, 2-run single from Milo Rushford. They load the bases again with a walk from Baker, a walk to Brodell, the RBI single from Blomquist to tie the game up, an RBI walk to take the lead, and then a 2-run single from Zaid Richardson just to pad it to a 7-4 lead. Florence then got great pitching the rest of the way. Third of an inning to pick up the win from Jet Lotus to get himself out of a jam or get Yannick Villalobos out of a jam. And then Danny Heinz, a 2-inning save. He gets 6 outs. Still looked phenomenal. Obviously just faced a little bit of control issues there at the end, but he remains untouched, really. No runs against him in his professional career. He picks up his first professional save. Florence with a 7-4 win over Joliet to take home the 3-game series, but more importantly, also force a big-time season series rubber match. That's right, the 9-game series here between Joliet and Florence in 2026, all tied up at 4 apiece. Season series on the line. The Y'alls are going to head to their ace this season, Evan Webster, another lefty for Florence. That is going to be a fun one on Thursday here at Thomas More Stadium. Florence, looking for a sweep. You could bring the brooms of your Steve and Greg, and obviously hoping to take home a season series against a tough competitor in the Joliet Slammers. 6:51 first pitch, or 6:54 first pitch there for Thursday night, and it's just the fun getting started. A little kickstart to the weekend. A couple $2 beers there on Thursday. Bluey night on Friday. Country night, a doubleheader with a 4:30 start on Saturday, and Sunday is your Hooves Hangout Bark in the Park, as well as Family Fun Day from Gold Star. A lot of good baseball being played. Florence 9-2 since the All-Star break. They are riding hot now. 7 games over 500, tying a season high, and a pretty good lead in the playoff race for that second wild card. Hunting down the Evansville Otters. It was a game, going into it where he saw those 2 games in the morning not go the way of the Boomers or the Otters. Florence picks up ground on both of them and able to keep pace in the playoff hunt as we enter close to August. What a game for Florence, and what a broadcast special. Thank you to everyone tuning in, obviously on the Frontier League Network powered by HDN or the Florence Y'alls Radio Network. We appreciate you guys always listening to Florence Y'alls Baseball and enjoying your Wednesday night with us. Saying so long from Thomas More Stadium, I've been Rory Tettemer, Ben Howler on the field. Until next time, y'all have a good night.